Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. K Mills, David, here for another stream with Indiana Tech. They're taking on Valparaiso tonight. Currently, Indiana Tech is 3-0. Meanwhile, Valpo is pulling behind 1-2. David, we're coming hot off of a smashing win from last week against Siena Heights. How do you think the other team has prepared themselves for this matchup?
I really don't know if they studied our team and our games, but seeing our performance, I guess that they should have like at least look at some games or something, to know how is the team playing, because we are playing so good right now. And I just wanted to say, I'm so glad to be here again here. Let's see what we are gonna do in this game. I hope that we stomp as we did in the last week.
Yeah, absolutely, David. Indiana Tech has continued to run a strategy that's been unbeatable so far. So looking at what is Valparaiso gonna do, we saw Siena Heights on the second game try to adapt, switching lane swaps, which actually Riot is adding a new patch that's up and coming against lane swapping.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see how that affects pro play, even down here to the collegiate level. How our team's gonna adapt if they were lane swapping. But that's also just an interesting thing to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
But overall, I am really interested and intrigued to see who Valparaiso is gonna open up with bans. Now, with that being said, David, what do you think they're gonna try to target here?
I think that they are gonna try to go for the bans and the draft. I think the draft and all the bans that they have to do is gonna be very important, because talking about the swap lanes, we saw Siena Heights doing that during the last week, but it's very difficult to do it well. That to do that well, they are not doing it. Even our team in a professional level, you have to practice that. You have to do that a lot of things and understand how everything works in the lane swaps. So I think it's gonna be difficult to see lane swaps. I don't know if our team try to do that sometime, but I think they are gonna try to focus in the draft and try to ban all the best champs for our team. I don't know, we will see how they face during the game.
Yeah, I'm thinking they're gonna go more, in my opinion, they're gonna look to ban that Garagas top, just because of how that champion is able to wave clear.
Yeah, that's mandatory, I think.
Yeah. How it's able to sustain with healing, proccing, wave clear. Overall, Garagas right now in the top lane is a menace, especially on Bandit Boy.
Yeah.
Then I think they're gonna go and look towards our jungle, Bo. Bo has been having fantastic performances, making great shot calls across the map, closing on objectives. So far, I think one of the biggest things that sets Indiana Tech apart is how we're able to control objectives across the map. Dragon, Grubs, Herald. There's not a time that this team isn't communicating and coordinating these objectives, and Bo's just able to lead the way in that regard.
Yeah. I think that we are doing very well, prioritizing the neutral objectives, and if we keep doing that, I think we have a very good chance to win the game. And
absolutely,
the good thing about our team, something that I like a lot, is that sometimes they ban some good champs from our players. For example, they banned the Wukong. I think last week they banned to the Viego, the Lee Sin and everything. We have more, we can play more champs than they think, so we can do a variety of drafts, we don't close up in one draft and one champ. For example, that some players, they have OBT, they have a champ that they know how to play perfectly, but if you ban that champ, then you are done, because you don't know how to play more champs. That's something very good about our team, because we can play more champs than they think. So that is gonna be something very important. And as we see right now, Lee Sin is out, so they are banning already
There we go.
to both to our jungler.
Yeah, absolutely. Seeing a target ban on Lee Sin. They also don't want to face up against Galio. Now, with that being said, have you looked at all Valparaiso's picks within the last weeks? Because so far, it looks like they're focusing on banning, our Indiana Tech is focusing on banning Syndra and Talia.
I think we are banning Syndra almost every game. I think
Interesting.
I think we ban Syndra in all the games that we have played. That is my impression, and I'm not sure, but I think that we are banning Syndra every game. Maybe it's because Raid Boss doesn't want to play against
Doesn't like
Syndra.
Syndra. Yeah, it's just a preference of his, absolutely. So it looks like Indiana Tech is going to close off on banning
Aurora, and they are
Yeah.
banning Jinx, and they are starting with the first pick, Corki, flex pick, mid laner or bot laner or ADC. So that's the first pick. They are prioritizing that Corki. We have a lot of our champs open right now. We have that Gragas that we were talking about earlier.
Right.
We have that Wukong that boy is playing a lot during these past weeks. So we're about to pick right now. We are picking Seri. Interesting.
Zeri first pick. They're going to go ahead and choose another bottom lane champion to answer Valparaiso's Corki pick. Corki can be a flex pick mid or bot, but right now I'm presuming Valparaiso is picking Corki bot lane.
Yeah, I think so too. I agree with you. We have to pick right now again. I don't know if we are gonna go for one of the top laners or junglers. We have
We're going with Graves.
Graves. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, interesting. With the Wukong up, Bo is gonna be making the call to go for Graves.
I don't think that if you are blind picking a jungler, I don't think honestly that Graves is the best pick to blind pick. It's not that safe as a, for example, Wukong. I think is more safe to play because
Right,
at the end Graves is range, so they could.
There's a bigger counter
They could-
champion
yeah,
with
counter pick
someone
and-
like Skarner.
They have Skarner, yeah.
Yeah. Skarner is a great jungle right now overall. Good wave clear, great gank setup. Really good at locking down, especially being on the front line with his ultimate. Big play potential from that jungler.
Yeah, I think Skarner is quite broken right now. Same with Victor, which they are picking right now. So right now, we already know that Corki is going to the bot lane, Victor is going to the mid lane, and Skarner in the jungle. The thing is, Skarner is very, very strong. I think, as some background information about the Skarner, in all the professional leagues, at least in Europe, in the NECC, is the one that I watch, they are picking or banning Skarner in 100% of the games. They don't ignore Skarner.
Really?
In every game, he has 100%. They are banning or they are picking Skarner every game. So that's
Great
the priority.
facts coming in from David about Skarner, how he is a top pick overall, even more so than I presumed. Now, what I like about Valparaiso and their team composition so far is the combination of Skarner and Victor. We're getting great poke damage. We are getting great CC, even from the Victor W. AoE damage coming out from Skarner, along with his CC ultimate as well. Whereas Indiana Tech has good weapons with Zeri, with Graves, but they're currently lacking CC chains to set up ganks and or lock down opposing fed opponents. And Bessa is a similar type of style, other than her ultimate, not coming in with a lot of CC other than a few slows. So it looks like Indiana Tech is going to have a lot of damage potential with these three champions. Valpo being a little bit more based overall foundationally with the classic caster pick mid lane with the tank in the jungle and a great ADC currently in the meta.
Yeah, and they are banning Lissandra, which is a champion that Great Boss knows how to play. He's playing Ahri. I think he is his favorite champ to play in the mid lane. And yeah, I agree with you. And it's pretty weird because we are making like a mix between trying to do things in the early game and waiting to scale and waiting for the late game, because Seri is a champ who has to wait for 2-3 items to start hitting, to making a lot of damage in the team fights. For example, Graves, in the other hand, he has a lot of damage in the early game.
Right.
So I don't know what is the plan that we are gonna try to do in this game, but they are picking Garen. I think the Garen is very strong in this part. He's a very annoying champ. That's true, and he's pretty basic, right?
Yeah, he is more of a
combo.
very straightforward champion. Garen is going to go in and out, do high amounts of damage, but also escape with his Q. More of a split push type of champion. But with that being said, following up with the Nautilus, Valparaiso getting another great CC champion to include to their composition. Meanwhile, Indiana Tech answering with Ahri. Ahri, another single target, great damage. Her Q does have a good AoE when landed on multiple opponents. But right now, I'm seeing a lot of, single one-on-one fighter fights champion from Indiana Tech. And they're closing it off with what it looks like to be a Karma.
Yeah. I thought that we needed disengage, because we have Skarner, Garen and Nautilus. Very engaged. They go straight forward. So I think that we needed some disengage for the game. And we had the Gragas open, Wukong open. I don't know if we are trying to do something different.
Right, maybe if we're trying to get some practice on other champions, that's a thought to have in the back of your head.
Yeah, maybe.
At the same point, it just comes down to how Indiana Tech is going to play with this team composition. Valpo is really going to be looking for team fights and or getting Garen ahead to make splits happening and making Indiana Tech trying to focus more on macro. However, I think Garen kind of fits well in Indiana Tech's comp in the way that since Indiana Tech is so focused on single targets, I'm really looking to see how Indiana Tech honestly is going to play with this team composition. Yeah. Because in each solo lane, Ahri, strong champion. Mbessa, really strong champion. Graves, great amount of damage early on. Capitalizing against Skarner is going to be important. Zeri, you have that late game build damage to come out. Karma, I'm not a big fan personally of Karma.
Me neither.
I don't think she tries to cover too many roles, and because of that, she's not good at any one specific role, right? She has a slow, she has a stun, she has a shield, but all of these are kind of flatlined, whereas you pick a Janna, that's really more focused on peel. You get more shield. Karma is kind of trying to do everything at once, which I personally don't like as a champion, but we're going to see how Indiana Tech really utilizes this team composition. If they get ahead in these solo lanes like they've played in the past, I think that's one of the biggest things Indiana Tech has done well on, is getting ahead in top and mid. And bottom, just kind of be on an island, don't lose lane, but if you're winning lane, even better.
Yeah.
Let's see how Indiana Tech executes with this composition, facing off a great comp on Valparaiso.
Yeah, and about what you were saying, it's true that we don't have a combo to play team fights. There's not a clear combo, a clear way to play a team fights. This is not a composition, to play. All at the same time. For example, you receive with a rel, the rel is ulting, and then you have the follow-up by Mbessa. We don't have that because Karma is poking. Karma doesn't have engage, maybe a bit of disengage with the shields and everything, But I agree with you too, because Karma, I think that there is better supports. You have to be very clear on the game plan, that you wanna do. You know, you have to be very, we could say smart, or you have to be very clear with the game plan that you want to bring.
Right.
So we are gonna say now if we are gonna try to do something in specific with this draft, but we have to wait. Right now, if I will have to bet in a team, in a draft, right now, if I will have to bet, I will bet for the enemy team. Not gonna lie. I prefer the other draft. In the paper, I prefer the other draft.
I would agree with you there, David. In the composition, just straight up on the draft, I do like Valparaiso's better. With that being said, I understand where Indiana Tech has its strengths. Watching them for the past 3 weeks, you know, seeing them excel, I almost see Indiana Tech in game. It doesn't matter to me necessarily what Valparaiso is going to pick. I see Indiana Tech just winning lane based off of skill. I see that team comp wise, right, I'm going to go with Valpo. But when it comes down to game mechanics, communication, coordination, I have Indiana Tech. I believe that these champions in these side lanes, as much as they may not coherently have CC chains or engages, or maybe focusing on getting a little bit of peel and engage, I think that overall they're just going to outclass Valparaiso in every single lane.
That's why I said that at the start of the stream, that maybe the only way that they have to win to our team is the draft. Because playing in the game, in the map, they cannot. There is maybe a player skill gap, and maybe they know that with the same conditions in the draft, in the game, they are gonna lose it, because maybe our players are better. So that's why maybe they are focusing more in the draft.
More on the composition.
You know, so they want a composition, so the enemy team, so Indiana Tech cannot play the game. You know, they cannot show
or even if they do try to win in those side lanes, right? If Valparaiso understands their team composition really well, tries to maximize on the potential that it has, they're really going to be focused on these objectives, coming together as a team, getting those chain CCs, getting the engage to start out with, and allowing their team composition to just kind of do the rest. However, if they do not execute together on a team, Indiana Tech is going to tear them apart, especially with their pick potential with Ari, with Mbessa, with Graves. You know, there is high potential in Indiana Tech, and it's just not the classic or kind of traditional team composition you see for the most part.
Maybe we are trying to challenge ourselves,
right?
Because I see the draft. Ari is a very good champ during the in the lane, during the early game and everything, but it's not easy to play in a team fight. Ari, if you are missing the chart, you are done. You have to ultimate and leave. And Karma is the same, is poking, is not engaged. Graves is almost the same. So everything that we are talking right now is on the paper. We are going to see it now. We are going to watch the game, and we are going to see how we are going to play.
We're going to find out real soon, ladies and gentlemen. With that being said, Indiana Tech right now is in the loading screen. So we're going to take a really short break. Don't go far at all. We'll be right back. Indiana Tech viewers, fans, lovers, friends, and family, we are back versus Valparaiso tonight, game 1.
First time that I see our support with heal.
That's a great point. Just out the gate, Indiana Tech going with heal.
He has been
meanwhile, Nautilus, Naughty having ignite. Definitely going to be looking for an early engage. This bot lane on Valparaiso is going to try to hit 2, or I would even recommend them to try to hit 2 as soon as possible to capitalize on ignite and the engage that they'll have against Indiana Tech. With that being said, Ari and Victor starting mid lane. Victor stepping up, getting a cube, getting some poke onto Ari. Meanwhile, we have Graves and Skarner, both in the top side jungle. Graves clearing red, pathing, Skarner clearing blue.
In the top lane, we have a pretty interesting matchup. We have Ambessa, all skill, all dashes, and Garen, which has only one combo: Q, E, R. That's it. In the Graves.
Yeah,
So
I'm really looking for Bandit Boy to be a standout player this game,
Yeah.
just based off of champion kits.
Garen, I think that Garen, before the level 6, he should suffer in the lane. So we are gonna see how Bandit Boy is gonna play this lane. In the bot lane, we have a lot of poking from that Karma, double range champs, so they are gonna suffer. Be careful with disengages.
Nautilus is getting a Q, trying to get some poke onto Karma. Karma's going to be able to return back as well.
Have to be careful with those Qs by Nautilus, because if they hit the hook, it's gonna be a bad trade for us, because Corki has a lot of damage in early game, and Theory doesn't have that much damage in the early game. We need to wait, like we said, around 2-3 items to see that Theory making more damage.
Yeah, keep your eyes on the junglers here. Skarner clearing his final bot side camp. Meanwhile, Graves finishing early, gonna be able to get priority in this tri-bush. Let's see what he does here. If we go bot lane, Graves is looking to invade on the jungle. Top lane, Mbessa getting great damage on Garen. And it looks like Skarner is just gonna walk out. Same with Graves, taking the priority, looking for Scuttle Crab.
Yeah, we tried to do something in the bot lane. Maybe we tried to dive. I'm not sure, but we saw that Skarner was in the bot lane too, so we finished that idea of diving and we moved to another play. We have to be careful with that Skarner because he's going to the crab in the top lane river, and we have to be careful with that Ambessa because
yeah, Mbessa
we are
not having any vision of Skarner. Skarner looking for her, and he's gonna be just miss.
Great move. Bandit Boy didn't use the flash, so this is all day worth it. Because right now the Skarner
I'm
is
kind
losing
of
more
questioning
time.
why the Skarner is continuing to stay and why he first started out with his stun out of nowhere, not choosing to walk up, closing some more of the distance. He just went all in with his stun out the gate.
Look at Bo. I think Bo is trying to invade, and this is smart. I think this is a mistake from the Skarner because he went straight from the ball into a top lane without backing. So right now the difference, we can see the difference between Graves and Skarner, and is that these 30 seconds, this 1 minute, Graves has had already an item and not a Skarner.
Absolutely
so that was
fantastic.
The point. Yeah, that was the point from Graves to fight the Skarner because he was stronger at that point.
Right, no, absolutely point, David. Absolute great point with that item back. That came in huge. Even with Skarner spending more time in the top lane, Graves was just able to time up and think to himself, he's going to be clearing Gromp right now, taking priority and just stealing it. So far, Graves is really capitalizing on his early damage.
Yes, and this is about tempo. In the jungle, it's very important to have tempo. And right now we see in the farming, do you see a farm? Graves right now is in 41 and Skarner is in 31. That's in 6 minutes. That is a lot of difference, and that is going to be very important for Bo because right now he's ahead from that Skarner. And as we can see, Skarner right now is doing something different. He has the jungle up and he's going to a Drake. So I think that the enemy jungle is losing a lot of time, and this is going to be very good for our team.
I completely agree with you. Victor having priority mid lane is going to have an early rotation. Karma stepping up to get some trades going. Ari has priority now. She's going to be able to rotate. Bot lane moving up as well. NECC not having priority. Zeri having to stay underneath the tower to receive the wave. NECC is still going to continue to choose to do the dragon anyways.
We have
and
the
Valparaiso is not answering.
We have the level 6 already in Grapes, so this is all day. This objective is all day for us.
That's a fantastic point. Skarner's only level 5. He doesn't even have the level 6 smite. He can't contest it.
They cannot fight this dragon. They try to do the dragon, but they can't because there's a difference of a whole level in the junglers, and that is a lot. They are gonna lose. They are gonna lose that fight 100% if they wanna fight.
Now we see Graves moving up towards top side at the Grubs. Ari having great priority mid is going to be able to rotate and help him clear and gain priority for these Grubs. Indiana Tech taking Dragon and Grubs. Like we said in the draft, Indiana Tech, their communication, how they are methodical about getting out vision, gaining priority, communicating these objectives early on is what sets them apart from every single team they've faced so far.
I mean, nothing to say for this. This is very good for our team, and this is everything. This is pure macro gaming. And right now, Bo is killing the enemy jungler. He is almost 20 farm ahead from the enemy Skarner. And Skarner is still being level 5. So they are making a lot of mistakes, and Bo is taking advantage of those mistakes. And in the bot lane, something very good for our team is that every time, be careful with this Skarner, with this move, we are still having flash, and that does nothing from the enemy Skarner.
Skarner looking for a thirsty gank there top lane. I'm not quite sure what they're hoping for.
No, this is being pretty weird from the enemy Skarner. Meanwhile, Graves was still farming. He's getting ahead, getting more gold, until the moment that they are gonna fight, and
we do see Graves,
all of them.
Yeah, we do see Graves invading the enemy team's red side right now for these Raptors. Victor is gonna be able to rotate early on. Bo is gonna have to flash an E out. It was a good look by Graves. However, Victor rotated really fast before Ari could finalize pushing in the wave, so they were able to capitalize on Bo's extension.
That was risky by Graves. I think they are still in the enemy jungle. I don't know if we are gonna try to fight here, and this is gonna be a 4v4 if we fight, but we cannot dive. I think we were trying to dive, but we can't because the Skarner.
It looks like they're gonna go ahead and dive for this Corki. He is low. They need to finalize pushing in the wave, and Bo is gonna get ultimate off. Now with that being said, Skarner hitting the stun on Ari. Ari's just gonna be able to ult out, getting good damage out on this Skarner and Nautilus. Victor taking forever to come up to rotate, and Indiana Tech is gonna be able to secure 3 in this bot lane. Great communication, great coordination from Indiana Tech.
Risky, but great dive and great tempo during the times of the dive. Very worth it for our team. We are ahead in almost every line. We are ahead in every line, but not in the top lane. But this is worth it all day for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you see at all what Victor was doing? Do you know why he stayed mid so long? It looked like there must have been a mix-up call.
I think that he prioritized the minions, because right now we see that he's in 95 minions.
And then he rotated late and didn't even look to get a plate. He made nothing out of it. He ran all the way bottom to the tri-bush and then just walked back up to the mid lane.
Yeah, normally you try to prioritize the waves, but at this point, if they are making a dive in the bot lane, I think that you are right.
Right, if he's gonna be, he rotated way too late. The decision was already made before he even moved. You might as well just stick mid and try to get some tears out of it.
Yeah, because maybe if you go to the bot lane, if you try to go help your teammates, it's gonna be a 4v4 at the end.
Right, if he has that initial rotation, probably 5 seconds sooner, following up behind Ari. Now, he did need to be wary because during that time, Graves and Ari could have turned on him. But with that being said, the mid needed to coordinate with their jungle on how to answer that
Skarner
dive bot lane.
Skarner again doing some weird things.
Looking for top, but just walking away every single time.
It's very clear for the enemy team I will say that the line that you have to focus on is the bot lane, because we have Karma and Seri. They are double range and they are pushing. They are pressing the
Absolutely. With a Nautilus hook and ultimate engage CC, you know, Garen doesn't have a lot of great gank potential. I don't understand what Valparaiso is hoping to do with this Garen. Skarner is the only one who would be able to set up CC on him. And by that point, Mbessa has too much mobility.
Yeah.
She's just going to be able to walk out. Their best bet, I completely agree with you, David, is just camping this bot lane and even or mid.
Victor was here. Ping is gonna die. Great flash by Seri. And they are getting a double kill on that Corki. What just happened is what we were saying. That one move by Victor, double kill in the bot lane.
Absolutely, Nautilus just pre-engaged. Victor was able to walk down through, even through Indiana Tech vision, and secure a double kill.
That was a great move by the enemy Victor. We had to be careful with this because we burned all the summoners spells. So we have to be careful with this, and this is what we were talking right now. Like, they have to focus. The idea for the enemy team is that Seri is not getting ahead, because the Seri is maybe the biggest win condition for Indiana Tech. So that was a great move by the enemy team. We have to be very careful with these ganks. We are still ahead.
Even with that being said, Indiana Tech is still just going to be able to come back and respond and take the second dragon, and they have all 6 Void Grubs.
That's very good for our team, and we see that in the jungle, great trade in the top lane by Dan and Bessa against that grass, and we are seeing a huge jungle diff in this game. We are seeing the farm. That's crazy in the jungle. That's a lot of farm. That is a lot of gold of difference between two junglers. It's more than 40. If I'm not wrong, it's like 40 of difference in the jungler in farm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Graves is already in the first item, and the scanner is not even close. I mean, he's kind of close, but I mean, there is a big and a huge difference of gold and of tempo in the jungles.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, Indiana Tech is just going to continue to focus. With that being said, Ari rotating bot to look for a cheeky gank here, but they have vision.
Yeah. Now in the top lane, the Orambesa has to respect more that Garen, because watch out here in the mid lane.
In the mid lane, we have Ari ulting in. She's going to look for the charm, but Graves and Ari are just going to be able to shoot down Victor, not going anywhere with his flash down.
We didn't even need the chart from that area, so
yeah, Victor was so focused on trying to sidestep it that he was just still wasting time or staying within the range of Graves and Ari. Now Graves in the bot lane as well. They're going to get vision on him. How are they going to respond? Is Nautilus going to look for a hook? Indiana Tech trying to get some more poke on him. I'm surprised Nautilus isn't trying to ult or go in. Graves just getting great damage off on the Nautilus for no reason. It looks like Garen is going to TP in, focusing on the Graves. They're going to be able to finish off the Graves. Zeri really looking in there. Garen getting an ultimate off on her as well.
That's the problem that we have with that Garen. Be careful with
Garen flashing in, queuing in, looking for more. He's getting great damage out on the Ari and Karma. Karma's gonna have to try to shield and walk out, trying to step back, waste some time. Skarner landing ultimate on the Karma, and she is gonna go down as well. 5-5, Valparaiso making plays across the map.
We still got the tower, but that was a great defense by the enemy team with that TP from that Garen, and right now the Garen is pretty strong, so we have to be careful with that Garen.
Good night, Valparaiso making great adjustments and plays to Indiana Tech. Indiana Tech, Graves and Zeri being separated out from the team from too long just allowed Valparaiso to focus their champions and take them out and deal tons of damage. With the rest of the team standing further back, not being able to help and respond due to the turret being there. I don't know what happened on Indiana Tech's communication there, but they were not coordinated.
Yeah, exactly that is what happened. And something good and something important to say, be careful with this all-in.
Oh my goodness, Mbessa looking
that was close. That was very close. And something important to say, you had the boots. That is something that we always say, that is something that is gonna help to our team to win. And Graves is in 2 items already.
Oh my! Victor looking on Bandit Boy. Is Bandit Boy gonna get solo kill? Victor setting up the ultimate. He's gonna flash in, and he's gonna be able
Karma
to
is coming, and Graves is coming.
Mbessa falls down. Graves and Karma are gonna be able to come up and finish off Victor. But Victor making some plays there, sending it all in. Flash and E connecting with Mbessa going down.
After that, we get the priority to make this Herald, and this is why we talk about the draft. Victor doing anything during the game, like choosing bad every time during the game. One time that you leave it, that you leave Victor with that Mbessa, solo kill. It's very dangerous, Victor. He's very strong. He has a lot of damage, so we have to be careful with this kind of champs. They are getting the tower in the volume for that Graves, for that Garen, which is very bad because Garen is going to be very strong at the end of the game.
I agree with you. Now, with that being said, Indiana Tech and Valparaiso posing for this 3rd dragon of the game. Valpo really looking. Graves is going to put Rift Herald down, trying to pull off Valparaiso from having priority at the dragon. They are looking on him right now. He's going to have to ult to back out. Is Rift Herald going to be able to do anything? What is Indiana Tech going to do? Valparaiso focusing down the Rift Herald. It's dying for nothing. Indiana Tech here needs to continue to gain priority for this dragon. They're trying to play, keep him off in the river. Garen looking to engage on this. Skarner getting a triple ult on Indiana Tech. And all of Valparaiso following up, dealing tons of damage, wiping them clean off the map. Valparaiso, ladies and gentlemen, we have a game.
This was a tough fight. This was a hard fight from our Indiana Tech Warriors. Corky is very strong right now. He's in 400 gold shutdown. So this is very bad for our team. We have to say right now that Garen and that Corky, they are in a very good spot to carry the game. But I mean, they have to right now focusing in our team. Is what we were saying. We have to be careful in these fights because
with these team fights, we had just talked about earlier that Valparaiso is going to want to focus on these team fights. I pointed out Skarner ultimate making plays, Nautilus, even Garen leading the charge, Valparaiso playing together as a team as 5 in the mid lane, coming down, collapsing, Skarner getting a fantastic play of the game there to set up his team to clear them off and get their first dragon. But Indiana Tech needs to focus on where their strengths are at. They do not. I would not want to take team fights against this Valparaiso team, composition.
This is exactly what we were saying during the draft. And this is the only chance that they have to win the game.
They're playing fantastic early on laning phase, where they are all these champions are strong in the lane, duelist type of champions. Right, allowing us to get those early on objectives, 6 Void Grubs, 2 Barons. But as the game continues to go on, towers are being taken down, team fights are going to become a lot more apparent. Indiana Tech can't lose their game plan and play to Valparaiso's strengths.
We're going to try to kill this Garen. He has a big shutdown. We're smiting that Garen to slow him, and we are killing, and we are getting the shutdown in that Garen, which is a lot of gold for our team, for both. This is a very good move. This is the thing these are the things that we need to look for in this game.
Absolutely, looking for those picks, one-on-one fights where we're strong.
Yeah, we need to try to find these spots to kill the enemy team and try to get stronger and stronger and stronger So in a team fight we can win. In a normal team fight, in the same conditions, with the same goal, the most probably thing is that we are gonna lose that team.
Now, it looks like Valparaiso is looking for a pick here on Mbessa. She got split off from the rest of her team. Valparaiso all following up with a Skarner ult. Mbessa is going to go down. With that being said, Raid Boss doing a split macro here in the bot lane.
If we are doing a split push, we
need to get out of those fights.
Yeah.
Like they're looking to engage. Now, with that being said, whoa, Skarner landing on Zeri. I have no clue how that happened.
This is being very weird. I don't know if we are split pushing, why we are trying to, or why we are letting the enemy team to get these spots. The same time here.
Oh my goodness!
To another kill.
Nautilus finding Karma, trying to back in the Baron pit. Gonna be able to lock her down and take her out. Leading to their priority to take Anakin without any response.
We gave them.
Does Bandit Boy try to look top in TP? No, Garen has TP as well. Victor has TP as well. Let's see how they're gonna try to react to this Anakin. Are they gonna try to steal it? Nautilus and Victor looking on this Graves completely cut off. Graves is gonna be getting hooked and he's gonna go down with Skarner securing Anakin. Already looking for Garen. Is he gonna be able to finish? Garen doing disgusting amount of damage with his ultimate, executing Ari. Clean swipe from Valparaiso. Oh my goodness. If someone told me Valparaiso would have taken the driver's seat at 16 minutes, I would have thought you're crazy based off of this early game and how Indiana Tech has been playing. But they have completely hijacked the car and are running this game.
Yeah, we are like throwing away all the advantage that we had only with our positioning, like only with our positions in the map. We are giving them the game with these moves, and right now we are in a very bad spot. It's true that it looks that is more, but they are only 1k ahead, 1.5k goal ahead, so that's not too much. Right now I have to be careful with this Guardian Angel because they are gonna try to overextend now, and more with that Garen, which is being very strong. But yes, now we need to wait some time, so our Seri is getting stronger, and we can try to find a very good spot in a fight. But we already know that it's gonna be very difficult because right now that Victor is in a very good spot. Skarner, he played so bad the early game, and somehow he's in 3-1-6. Somehow, I have no idea. Corky is in a very good spot too. So let's see what we are gonna try to do now.
David, for the first time in some time that we know of, Indiana Tech is being put under the heat.
Yeah.
I personally am excited. I want to see how Indiana Tech is going to respond. Starting out strong, starting to lose control mid-game. How are they going to persevere despite the circumstance?
We're gonna see now. This is a very good opportunity to show what we have, because we are not gonna win. This is League of Legends. You are not gonna win all the games. You are not gonna have a very good spot to win all the games. To be a very good team in League of Legends in this game, you have to overcome all of these situations. So this is a very good moment to our team, to our Indiana Tech Warriors, to show what they got for us.
Absolutely. If I'm Indiana Tech right now, I'm saying next play, how do we get back in this driver's seat and ram that speed button to the floor? Pedal, button. What am I talking about? I don't know. I just drive a cooler car than you, and I use a button to speed up. With that being said, we have Graves engaging with Karma. They're going to be able to find a pick on Nautilus. They're already starting to push down that pedal.
This is our game plan. This is what we need to do. But, I mean, I don't know how we are losing this game, because they don't know how to be in the map. Like, the only thing that they have is team fights. we need to play knowing that. We have to be careful with all the situations, with a team fight 4v4, 3v4, all of these spots, like catching, we could say, all of these enemy champs. This is the best spot for us, because if we get one of these catches, we are gonna kill them, we are gonna delete them, because at the end Bo has a lot of damage. He has 3 items. So the Baron Nashor is up right now, and the next Drake is coming in 3 minutes. We are 2-2. Be careful with this Victor. Very fast, very Raid Boss.
Raid Boss flashing. Did he have ultimate up at that time? I'm a little confused on why he chose to flash instead of ulting.
I think that he just got the ultimate. I think he had the ultimate
just got
in
it?
cooldown. Yeah, I think so.
Looks like we see a lot of pings going out around this Baron. Teams wanting to focus on lane priority here to get vision. Ari going back bot. She has TP up. And Bessa having TP. All TPs on both teams are all up.
Something very good for our team is that they didn't take advantage from the attack from the Guardian Angel. They didn't overextend, they didn't get any tower or something like that, so this is a very good news for our team.
Skarner looking here. Karma's gonna have to flash out with Nautilus as well. Those are some 2 beef boys that are scary, looking to bring you out.
That victory is very oppressive, has a lot of damage, and they are starting the Baron Nashor. We have Vision, not anymore, but they are starting. We are gonna see right now, Ari is split pushing, but I think we're gonna try to do something in this Baron Nashor.
Split pushing, but I expect her to TP in here soon at any point in time. She is. Now it looks like Nautilus looking for an engage. She's gonna miss the Graves. Getting good damage out. They're poking them down, avoiding the engage. Bessa getting a good ultimate into the whole team. Skarner's gonna be able to land on Ari and Bessa goes down.
That was so close. That Seri couldn't make a lot of damage. They left, they killed that Ambessa and they left. That was a very good sport for Seri, but I think that Nautilus did the ultimate to that Seri, so she couldn't hit a lot of damage. So
it looks like they're just gonna go ahead right back onto the Baron. What we had as a kill for tower trade now may look like Valparaiso coming out with the Baron regardless. It looks like NECC is just going to readjust and go for Dragon instead.
But the drone is coming in 30 seconds, so they have time to back, get some items, and go back and go to a Dragon.
If I'm NECC here, I'm looking on mid and Nautilus right now. Nautilus, not knowing where he's doing or what he's going, he's going to fall into the trap of NECC. Great communication from NECC, creating a play out of nothing there, just based off of priority, understanding where Valparaiso wants to go.
Very smart. Very smart. This was a very good, smart, and very smart move from NECC. And right now they don't have Nautilus, and Nautilus is going to be very important during the team fights.
Gonna have to bring up some Baron defense here. With that being said, based off of the pick NECC just made out of thin air, Bo is gonna be able to solo Dragon. Meanwhile, NECC focusing, pushing down mid, while Valparaiso is taking top tower, looking for more in that top tower. We may start down the base race here.
We have to defend our top lane. We need someone to go to a top lane, or they can open our base. We are trying to.
Now it looks like they're all rotating up to collapse on the top lane, and the game is frozen.
Right now, something happened. We don't know. We are back in the game.
All right, awesome. You got to see us really quick. I'm glad you loved everything that you just looked at. We're back in action.
We weren't ready for this, huh?
I was sitting there posing, ready for the camera to get on.
Okay, so guys, we are back. We don't know what happened. We didn't kill that Victor. They have the Baron Nasser right now. They are gonna press this turret. So right now we need to hold this Baron Nasser. And right now we only have one win condition. 1.5, because if we wait a bit more, we can have that Seri in 4 or 5 items. She's gonna be very strong at that point. But right now our win condition is the Graves. We have to protect Bo to play the team.
Currently, yes, Graves is the champion on Indiana Tech right now. Valparaiso just communicating well, getting that mid tower down. Now they're focusing on the second tier bot tower, taking it down as well. Now they're looking for the third tier. Indiana Tech just having to try to wave clear this Baron.
Need to clear this. Good job, yeah, that was good. That's very good. So they didn't open our Nexus, because if they open our base,
it looks like they're trying to get some backs out. So they're Valparaiso split right here. This could be a big pick for Indiana Tech.
Coming.
They're gonna back out.
That was close. That was a good spot. I don't know why. Maybe Bandit Boy, he could have throw the ultimate and do engage, but I don't know. As maybe.
Oh my goodness! As we say that, they're just gonna counter mid and delete.
How is that possible?
Zeri.
Is that possible? Is that interaction possible? Like through the wall?
As soon as it went through, right? Yes, the animation was already proccing in the range, and Zeri was nowhere to be found.
I hate the fact the Garen. What a
Sent
ridiculous
to the gray
chance.
screen, to the gray realm.
It was so bad. Ice Baby, he had the flash and the barrier, so he died for nothing. Maybe he didn't want to burn.
I don't think he expected that amount of damage coming out of Garen.
That's true. Yeah.
I know I did.
You're completely right.
You know, it's kind of like you see something in the distance. You don't know how fast it's moving until it's already hit you.
Yeah. I mean, what can we do now? Like, we have to wait for a good team fight. And who do you think has to be the focus from the enemy team? Like, what champ should we focus
Garen
right now?
is a terrifying threat.
Because
He's
right
so
now
terrifying, he just made me stutter over my words. Corki is also really strong. Victor, Victor's just going to be able to continue to put out damage as well with his ultimate. I mean, right now, Valparaiso.
Dodge.
Oh my goodness, Ari looking for a great opportunity to get a pick on Corki, but not going to come through with the charm.
We need to try. I don't know, this is going to be difficult.
That was a great opportunity.
Yeah, that was a great move.
Look from Ari. That feels bad, man.
Yeah, that was a great chance to do something. In all of these spots, this is a draft diff. Under my opinion, right now the draft is making a big difference in the game. Because they just go forward.
They're playing
what can you
together
do?
as a team. It's almost like they're listening to our conversation, David.
100%. And the dragon is coming right now in 10 seconds, but we cannot do anything.
Oh my goodness, Nautilus getting a disgusting hook onto Zeri. Zeri's gonna have to flash. Garen following up.
We can kill here. We can kill.
Attack.
Garen is down. Garen is
Garen's down. Garen's down. Did they have enough damage?
Hurry.
Boy, continue to go in.
Come on,
looking for more on Victor. Victor's gonna live. Zeri following up, getting a 1K gold bounty. What is happening, Ari? Ari looking for more. Nautilus, it's the chance. He's gonna get the shut down on Nautilus as well. But Nautilus didn't have a shutdown, but he got a kill.
The dragon is up and Graves is alive. So there was a.
I think that was a fantastic fight. For Indiana
3
Tech.
for 3.
I don't know who they got that 1,000 gold shutdown. I think it was Garen, but good golly, that's gonna boost their stats.
This is
boost
soul.
their items.
This is soul for us.
Great
so
point.
this is going to be very
Indiana
important.
Tech has a fantastic opportunity here to
Come on, Bo.
to get soul.
Smite.
They gotta really focus
Smite.
down on getting the damage here. We gotta smite. Oh my goodness! Government's gonna sweep it and
How is
steal.
that possible?
Now it's a 3-3 dragon fight. Bo. Bo.
No. No.
Devastated. Devastated.
That was so painful. That was the soul.
That was so
That was very
exciting.
important
Those
for
smite
the game.
battles. It was a 2v2 jungle v jungle smite battle. Skarner was just able to sweep on in and come in like Mr. Stereo. Go, that's my dragon, you know what I mean?
That was so close. That was so sad and so bad. So the next round is gonna be very, very important. It's gonna be it is gonna mean the soul. So the good thing that I get from this is that in the team fight, we killed 3 champs, three people from the enemy team, and they killed 3 people from our team. But the good thing is that we got the shutdowns. I think we got 1,000 gold on Corki, and I don't remember for who it was, but
I don't know either. I just saw 1,000 gold show up on
but
my
that's
screen.
something
and I
very
said,
good.
"Oh."
We can imagine that it was for Seri, and that is a lot of gold for the ADC that we need to get back into the game and to carry the
Nautilus chucking out hooks here.
team fight.
Yeah, absolutely. I keep saying absolutely, but it's so absolutely.
38 minutes of game, and we are in the late game. So right now, all of this, there's not early game, there's not ganks, there is anything here. This is all team fights.
Yeah, Valparaiso really just continuing to focus on prioritizing mid lane, getting priority, and continuing to look for this Baron. What is Indiana Tech going to do to respond? Are they going to go to the Baron? Or are they going to try to continue to push
No,
mid lane?
we're not going.
Indiana Tech is looking like they're split right now. Ari and Karma, the only people looking to contest here. Ari.
No, and Ari.
Oh my goodness, Nautilus flash Q hook to look for Ari. Ari getting a great ultimate out of that. Good golly. We are playing by the skin of our teeth, ladies and gentlemen. Meanwhile, Indiana Tech, are they going to be able to get the mid lane tower?
We need to cancel backs. We need to cancel this. Hey, we are killing Victor.
Oh,
Yes.
it's going down. Graves is going to get a shutdown on Victor. He cuts him off. Nautilus and
Come on,
Victor
Bo.
looking to walk back into base instead of backing with Baron. They're going to look for
Yes.
Bo's going to get the Baron and get Nautilus with his ultimate.
We gave the Baron Nashor, but we are
What?
pressing right now the lines.
Play.
And I don't know, this is being so confusing right now. This game is being
What is
so...
happening? Valparaiso looking like they've been in the control.
Good start.
Whoa.
But
Looking like they've been in the control.
Inhibitor,
the
we
whole
need this
time,
inhibitor.
But Indiana Tech is just making picks. Valparaiso not executing to the end. They're making
We need to
great
leave this.
priority
We need to
plays
leave.
to then go get Baron, but then they're communicated spread out. We have champions walking back with Baron pop. Indiana Tech capitalizing completely on them, allowing them to make huge plays. 2 kills, 3rd tier bottom tower, and inhibitor. We don't care about Baron. We're gonna pick you out.
now we need to wait.
This is the Indiana Tech response I wanted to see. This is what I asked you earlier, David.
Yeah.
This is what I wanted to see out of Indiana Tech. They haven't really had a challenge like this before, and they are adapting, responding.
Yeah, we are trading. If we cannot fight, that was very smart, because what we were saying is that we cannot team fight. In a team fight, they're gonna win us. They're gonna beat.
Right.
But it's gonna be so easy for them to win us in a team fight. So we didn't team fight. We didn't fight the Baron. We didn't give them what they want, and we went for another thing, for a trade, and we got one inhibitor and a turret, and we got that shutdown in the Nautilus, and we got another shutdown in the Victor. So that was a great move from
Oh no!
Warriors.
Oh no! Ping and Bo getting caught in between like a sandwich.
Yes,
Skarner looking to ult. Graves is gonna get a great flash out. And Bessa re-engaging to go in. Nala's following up to an ult. Zeri being cut from her team. She has to be careful. Garen closing the gap on her. Oh!
What is happening? What is happening in this game?
Why Zeri was standing alone in that type of positioning.
The throw is up. Hurry! Come on!
Garen is again.
Yes!
Graves finishing him out. Evening the battleground.
Going.
Ari making massive plays. Ari looking for the Q. No, Nana's just gonna land a hunt to take her out. Oh my god.
Ah, no. 4v3. This is a 4v3.
This is for Soul, ladies and gentlemen.
This is gonna win the game. This is gonna say who is winning the game.
Do we have Graves up? We have Graves up on a blast cone. We're gonna have a Smite v Smite showdown again.
Do it, Bo.
Did he jump over too soon? Still the target.
A wicked, come on, Isis, baby.
They need to get out to live, but it looks like Victor's gonna do too much damage on the Ice baby. Who's else is alive? Karma's still alive, taking on a sub battle right now. Nala is completely missing Q, hitting it into the wall. You loser.
We're stealing. We're stealing. We won the zone. 42 minutes. 42. We are still in the game. But we got the soul. We stole the soul, the dragon.
Oh my goodness.
This is gonna be very important. This is a plus. And the next dragon is the Elder.
Do you think that Soul was worth all the lives of Indian Attack to gain it? Valparaiso might be able to capitalize and take this third tier mid tower.
For me, I would say that
it looks like Valparaiso's sending it all in. They get a TP coming in from Garen. They're looking to close out the game.
Boys coming. We have to wait. We have to hold.
Can't close out the game. They're looking to get an inhibitor here. Ari ulting up! No! She's gonna miss the charm on Garen. Good look, though. I love the ambitiousness of Ray Boss right now. He has been making plays. Missing charms here and there. But overall, this man is a playmaker.
We are right now playing around those charms. They're a very good tool to win the game.
We are. I mean, ultimately,
you have to play around that. Like all the kills that we are getting, all of them they are being because of that charm. Oh,
it looks like.
Come on, please.
Cheeky cheese here.
Face check. Come on, guys.
Rays are ready for it.
Come on. Come here.
Are their Spidey senses going off?
No, we got
Ice baby stepping out a little bit too far. Oh my!
But we are backing. Why is Bray?
Now we're split. Indian Attack is split. Valparaiso.
Ice baby's gonna die.
Ice baby.
He's still having it. But he's okay. He's good. He's good. The Baron is coming. 15 seconds.
Barrett's coming up. And Bessa, don't forget about Bessa bot lane. We have that bot inhibitor down. She's looking to really take priority here.
We have to cancel fight. We have to cancel back.
Nala's looking to ult on the Graves.
Come on, ball, please.
No. CC chained and locked down. Is anyone going to be able to back to answer Bessa? Indian Attack now losing an individual.
We are trying to win.
Ari, TP bot lane.
No way. We are canceling.
We're gonna win this. The middle tier tower. Indian Attack going for an all-in play here. He's gonna lay a charm on Victor. Victor's gonna have to zone. Yes, Garen coming back to help his Victor. They close out Victor, but Bessa goes down.
Come on, sorry. Yes.
They're gonna get a kill.
What is happening in this fucking game?
What was Skarner doing? I don't know what the.
What is this game being right now? What is this game being?
This is the LCS, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot wait for game 2, and we haven't even finished this one.
Our bowling is killing the Baron. Our bowling. Seri and Karma. We need help.
This is why we watch. This is why we play. Not for games like we had against Siena Heights, acing them 36-0. That was a sleeper. Thank you, Valparaiso, bringing the content straight to us and our viewers.
I mean, they had 4 players down, so that was a smart move. We didn't have Bob, but that was very smart. We got the Baronasaur and something else to finish. And the
insane macro
right now,
all across the board.
Right now, the most important thing during the game, like the most important thing in the game, is coming up in 2 minutes. The Elder Dragon.
Is this the first Elder Dragon Indiana Tech is going to have to
Yes.
go against?
Right now the Elder Dragon is coming, so we had to get all the vision to prepare everything around the dragon, because whoever gets this Elder Dragon, I will say that is gonna win the game.
Absolutely.
We had to push all the names. We have the
Indiana
Nashor.
Tech has Baron, exactly. To have priority, we do have the gold lead right now as well.
Come on guys, 1 minute. We had to win this. And we didn't say, but
Darren has seen bot lane. If I'm Indiana Tech, I'm looking here. Oh, Graves went top lane.
Careful
Oh
with
my
this, please.
goodness.
I don't know what is happening. I don't even know how
Graves is looking to solo split, push top, get that second tier tower. But with that being said, Elder's up in a minute.
we are backing. And we are getting ready for the
Indiana
Elder
Tech
Dragon.
needs to look for vision priority here. They have that Baron buff. Zeri continuing to try to buff the wave, but cannot get caught out right now.
Wait. Look at the farm from the Graves. Have you seen that? 400!
449 far from Graves to 100.
I think it's the first time.
Watch out, Zeri! Nautilus! This could be detrimental for Indiana Tech if they get caught out.
This
with
is so bad. Be
top
careful.
lane right here. They're gonna land a charm on Skarner, chucking him out. They're gonna miss the engage on Graves.
But the
Garrett
Dragon is
looking
coming.
to go all in on Graves, but with that being said, Ambessa's looking to go in the back line. Ambessa gets broken down, deleted. Karma gonna have to flash out. Garrett continuing to chase down. Ari getting some good damage off while they're peeling back. Meanwhile,
Rainbow's charm.
Corgi's gonna have to double out. He looks for the charm. It's not gonna be able to land. Watch out for Nautilus re-engage here. They do still have Baron buff. They need to continue to threaten priority mid. Bot lane is pushing as well. Are there any TPs up on Indiana Tech?
We
No.
have Sari.
It's gonna come down to another smite fight, ladies and gentlemen.
This is so.
Whoa!
This is so
Nautilus
bad.
looking
This is gonna be
to
so
go
bad.
over to take the. Garrett's going in on Bandit Boy. Bandit Boy's gonna have to peel out. Go to the dragon. Go to the dragon. Stay on the.
Come on, Mo. It's your time. Come on, Mo.
Bam! The dragon.
Clean them!
goes all
Clean them!
in. Elder
Clean
Dragon.
them!
Indian attack.
Come on, Ambessa!
Force it. And Bessa takes
Corky's down.
Force
Fight this.
the
Fight this. We had the Elder.
Screen,
Fight
right
this.
realm, Skarner
We kill them.
to try to get in.
Yes. 1 more. 2 more. Yes, Rainbows. We are killing 1 more. And we kill them. Let's go. We clean the enemy team and we win. Game. We are teleporting in the enemy base and we are gonna end this game. How is this possible? What happened here?
Ladies and gentlemen, cover your kids' ears, but this is the pageant coming.
What was this game?
Back.
No way. What happened in this? No.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen, and that just concludes game 1. Indiana Tech responding. GTA pulling him out, opening up the door, grabbing him by the shoulders and saying, "Get out of my car. We're driving this game 1 to the finish line."
This
What
game, guys.
a play. We had David. We had multiple
Guys
smites here.
in the screen, they want us to suffer. They want us to die. These guys in the screen, like these players, they want us to die.
Wait, what do you mean?
They want us to die with this game.
They want us to die with the game?
To suffer with this game, calling this game, just in this game. Bro, how is this possible? This game, what just happened? Bro, 50 minutes of game, of League of Legends.
Here is my complete synopsis of this game 1. We talked about this in draft, David. Valparaiso getting a great team composition. Early on, we knew that later on when lane phase ended, that they're going to be really strong and it's going to be hard for Indiana Tech to take on those team fights. Indiana Tech was playing fantastic around their team comp, focusing on their solo laners, getting ahead on objectives, getting priority, like we talked about. Valparaiso, though, started to capitalize on their team fights. Indiana Tech started to play towards Valparaiso's game in that team fight aspect, and we started losing fights, which allowed Valparaiso to continue to get in the driver's seat to control the game. But instantly, Indiana Tech stepped back for a moment, realized what was going on, and they started to playing to their team comp's strengths, getting picks, looking for vision, playing macros, splitting. We had Ari splitting bot, we have Mbessa, we have teleportations. Good night. What a incredible game from both of these teams.
I need to realize, I need to breathe, and everything to realize about what just happened. I mean, bro, the last fight we were 4v5. In the Dragon we were 4v5. We didn't have our ADC. Like Seri was dead, and we fought 4v5, and we got the Elder Dragon, and then we fight 4v5, and we win the game.
the play of Bo going in. He saw instantly, right when Valparaiso peeled off the Elder Dragon to look for the pick. They started peeling off the Elder Dragon. Bo jumped in with the Elder Dragon having 2.5, 3,000 health, and he used a full combo on it, able to cut it down, smite it before Skarner could even come back, get in rage, and finish it. That is a level of execution. We are talking about seconds. As soon as you see a champion turn around, he is already knowing to go in. Fantastic execution from Bo to close out the game there. But overall, Indiana Tech, every single lane, every single player having a major impact. We talked about Ari's charms and her engages and playing around. We talked about Bo's farming. Top lane, Mbessa doing well against Garen. Bot lane, Karma and Zeri. I don't think those were ideal picks overall, but still, great job not
it was very
getting
difficult.
some damage.
It was very difficult to execute this combo. It wasn't easy. We were talking about this at the start.
It's not easy. This is a very high mechanical macro
It's very difficult.
Team comp.
It's very difficult to get into a Dragon Pit with a Graves, because Graves is all damage. It's not sustained. It doesn't have HP. If they get you in an engage, they delete you. It's so difficult to get with a Graves into a Dragon Pit and kill the Dragon. That was a misplay for the enemy team too, because they cannot focus in the champs around them. They have to focus in the Dragon, smite, and then the game is done. But they split, and then we had the chance to get in. So we did everything well. We did what we could.
I loved that game. My favorite game so far. This
crazy.
season.
The best game that we
incredible.
That we casted for a moment.
And I cannot wait for game 2, ladies and gentlemen. If you thought game 1 was good, just wait till both of these teams hit the drawing board again, refocus, realign, and we are gonna have a smashing game 2 from Indiana Tech, Valparaiso. Don't go far. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for game 2 between Indiana Tech and Valpo. David, we had just been talking about the last game.
What can we say? What can we say about the last game? The only thing that I can say is that if I were the enemy team right now, I would be so mentally down. If you are losing a game after 45 minutes of game, and then you lose, and then you have to play another game, I will be so down. I will be so down right now.
That was a really hard-fought victory. It really came down to the wire, as we all saw and we talked about conclusively. Now, just looking towards game 2. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and look at draft here. Valparaiso,
you see,
looking at ban right now.
We are banning Syndra again. I think that Red Boss, he doesn't like to play against Syndra.
I agree. Just sounds like a no-go from Raid Boss and Syndra. Their relationship is like fire and ice. They just don't get along. With that being said, Valparaiso following up with the ban Lee Sin. They don't want to face Bo's Lee Sin. I think they got a little sneak peek of it last week in their scouting against Siena Heights. They don't want to be able to allow Bo to have the chance to step up on Lee.
Smart from our team. We are banning the Skarner. That was a great point from Indiana Tech. And they are banning Lissing, Galio, and Graves. They don't want to play against Bo's Graves.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a great ban from Indiana Tech from last game, taking out the Skarner, and also taking out Arula, whatever that bunny champion is. Disgusting, Riot. Disgusting overhauled kit. That's just my personal opinion. I'm putting it out there to all of you. All of my...
As a champ? You like it as a champ? In general, like all
mobility, you're giving dashes, mobility, invisibility, AoE, whole centered with percentage health damage. It's like, just give him everything at this point. That's a whole different topic. Don't get me started on the overhauling kits and what Riot's doing with this game.
She has a lot of... And we are picking Jinx, the OPT from Ice Ice Baby, and they are picking Wukong and Taliyah. They are getting both Wukong. Maybe they know that he's good with that Wukong, and we are responding with Lissandra against Taliyah, which I think is a very good matchup. Viego.
I agree. I think that matchup mid is going to go really well for Lissandra against Taliyah. And when Lissandra hits 6, Taliyah's going to have a little bit more range on the poke, but if Lissandra plays well behind her wave, Lissandra's going to come out on top when she hits 6. Now Taliyah's going to have more of that mobility. We're going to see how she's going to be able to utilize that. Viego pick into the Wukong. We have a Wukong dealing a lot of damage early. Great plays, gank ability. Viego, snowball champ, as well as Jinx. Indiana Tech here has a lot of strength with Viego and Jinx from mid to late game.
I love Viego. I really like that champ. I think it's a very fun champ to play because I do play it sometimes. I wanna see. I can't wait to see Bo playing Viego, and I've seen playing him Viego already in another games, and he's very good with this champ. And we have a very good combo with that Viego and Lissandra, because Lissandra is throwing the ultimate, and then Viego is following up with that W. So
absolutely great gank setup in the mid lane. Even when you talked about that, what I just thought about, Viego continuing to get resets on his ultimate, Lissandra's passive also going off as well. Lissandra's passive in team fights can really start to deal a lot of damage. You know, it creates that ice outline of those champions that you just killed, and then they do a lot of AoE damage. So I'm excited to see if there's going to be a big play with Viego and Lissandra.
Yeah, Bo, he's very good with Viego, so I think we are going to enjoy him playing this Viego. We are banning our last 2 bans. They are banning Ambessa. They don't want to face another Ambessa and Gragas, so we are not gonna see Bandit Boy with that Gragas. And we are banning 2 supports. We are banning Lulu and Emilio, 2 very clear build supports.
Yeah, I think Emilio and Lulu are fantastic support picks. When you have a Kog'Maw, I think that's heads up IQ play from Indiana Tech, taking out both of these massive peel champions that really help ADCs, especially like Kog'Maw and Vayne, you know, these hyper fixated late game destructive champions. So it looks like Valpo is gonna have to just go with Nami, which is still a good pick, but not nearly
but
as
it's not
strong
Lulu. Yeah,
with
you are
Lulu
completely right.
or Millia.
Yeah, it's not the same. And I didn't think about that. It's true that Kog'Maw with one peel support, that's
That's a
so
monster.
that's so difficult to do.
Either
deal
or
with.
that Emilio, you get the extra range
Yeah.
and the passive damage from
Yeah,
Emilio
you're completely
shielding
right.
you with that burn. Lulu, you get her extra attack that she puts on top of you, and her ultimate. Good night. I know everyone in here who's played League knows Kog'Maw and Lulu are a disgusting combination.
Yeah. Also, imagine that Lulu with Wukong like getting into the fight, making engage. In Lulu's ultimate, I wouldn't like to play against that. So we were very smart with that. They picked, as you said, Nami. We are responding with Alistar, smart pick, and we are blind picking Keisante. Typical champ to hold the line. Just wait for team fights. And I think that they're responding with Camille. So right now, you see, right now I'm more happy with this draft than the previous game. Right now I'm seeing the draft and I can say this is a real draft. This is combo. This is engage. This is disengage. Great champs with that Viego, with that Lissandra, Jinx, to scale for the lane game. So I'm really happy with this draft from our team. What do you think about the draft? What do you think about them?
I agree. Indian Attack going back to more of that traditional team composition. You know, I loved Indian Attack kind of stepping out of their comfort zone with last game's draft. You know, not ideal. We saw the struggles that they were having, but now they're going back to more of their comfortable, orthodox composition here. I'm really looking to see Indian Attack just kind of wipe this out as we've seen before. But with that being said, Valparaiso coming back out of the water, even when Indian Attack was in the driver's seat earlier. I am excited for both of these teams to go head-to-head again. You know, Valparaiso also has a good team composition. Kog'Maw has great potential. Wukong, Camille's more of that split lane, side lane fighter. So we're definitely going to be seeing some back and forth between Cassante and Camille. Talia having great AoE and burst damage as well.
And call me crazy, I agree with everything that you are saying right now. And call me crazy, but I think we are gonna stomp this game. That impression, I feel that we are gonna get that Viego and we are gonna get a 10-0 and we are gonna stomp, we are gonna gap this game. So with all of this set, with all the drafts up, we are gonna get into a very fast and a very short break, and we are gonna get back in a few minutes into a Summoner's Rift. See you right there. So we are back here in the Summoner's Rift, and we're about to watch the second game from our Indian Attack Warriors. So we have again, we were talking about this in the previous game, we have Day Night back into that Alistar, into our support ping. The rest, I would say, is pretty standard, so we are not seeing any invade. So I think this is going to be a very normal game for the moment.
Yeah, so far we see both of the teams taking 5 points of vision on the map. Just playing back, not wanting anyone to be invaded. Just they're gonna do the classic jungle clear here.
Now this is going to be different because in the previous game we had Bo and the enemy jungler both pathing to bot lane, and right now we have Bo pathing to the top lane. So right now we are not gonna have the junglers in the same lane when they finish their full clear.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see whether Viego is gonna look for top, mid, or counter jungle. Vice versa for Wukong as well, either looking bot or mid.
In the bot lane we are gonna have the same than the previous series. We need a couple items, 3 items, maybe 4.
Boy looking for level 2 here, top lane. Sorry to interrupt you, David, but it looks like is gonna back out.
So yes, like I was saying, we need we need in that Jinx, we need 3-4 items to get her strong, so we can play around her.
Absolutely.
It will be a really good win condition for
Valparaiso is going to be
Worlds.
looking for that as well on Kog'Maw. So far, all lanes seeming to play pretty safe right here. Except mid lane looking for a trade. Talia gonna get the knockup and damage on Lissandra. Lissandra proccing Electrocute, trading some autos. And it looks like a pretty even trade in the mid lane.
We are gonna see action very soon. As soon as the junglers finish the full clear. So maybe we are gonna see, I would say that Wukong is gonna try to gank in the bot lane because Jinx and Alistar there pushing bot lane. So maybe he's gonna try something in the bot lane. So we have to be very careful with this. We need to get vision so we know that the Wukong is coming down.
And it's like NECC just heard us as they walked down to get vision in the tri-bush. Wukong looking middle now because of that. Now starting to rotate towards that bot scuttle. NECC does have vision of him.
Viego or Wukong is backing and Viego is going to his Raptors. The dragon is coming in.
Ooh! Big engage from Alistar on the Nami. Nami's gonna be able to counter with a bubble on the Jinx. Jinx looking to flash in on Nami. Nami flashes out. Kog'Maw is really healthy right now. Jinx getting more damage out on Kog'Maw. They're not gonna be able to finish. Kog'Maw's gonna get a kill. Alistar flashing out of the bubble.
Boy's coming. Boy's coming.
Is he gonna be able to finish the Alistar? He does. That's a double kill bot lane on Valparaiso.
Is this a double kill? Come on, Bo. Good W, and he's gonna get the kill on the Kog'Maw. He's not getting the double kill, but he's getting, we could say, a shutdown on that Kog'Maw.
NECC really looking to make something happen there in the bot lane. It was a good look overall, but I think after Nami flashes out, you peel back and try not to overextend. Oh, Camille looking on Cassante. Cassante getting some good trade damage back out onto her. She's getting hit by the minion wave. Bandit Boy, is he going to be able to respond? He's on low mana.
No mana, and Wukong is coming.
Wukong.
He's still having goals.
Wukong is top lane. Lissandra looking, diving under on Talia. Is he going to be able to? Yes, he does. Meanwhile, top lane Wukong looked for Bandit Boy. Bandit Boy was able to escape. I don't know how. But good golly, ladies and gentlemen, we have a game. Lissandra diving all the way up to tier 2. Bot lane. Valparaiso being able to peel back off of the Alistar engage, getting a double kill. To Bo's answer, killing Kog'Maw. What's going to happen next?
Right now, the lane is going to be... I'm not sure, but right now with that Kog'Maw with 2 kills, it's gonna be very oppressive against that Jinx. So, and what happened in the mid lane? Lissandra killing that Talia, but killing herself too. Like, what was that? Do you think that that was worth it for Lissandra? Or maybe it was...
Well, based off of the positioning, it looked like Lissandra got a wave under tower, so pushing Talia back, I think it in a minimal way, it is worth, but not all too much.
That was 1-for-1, so it's fine.
With that being said, Viego is going to be able to secure Void Grubs based off of Lissandra's priority and Cassante's. Now he's looking down towards bot lane at the Dragon. Wukong's looking there as well. Talia has priority mid, so she's going to be able to get early vision on to help clear.
Something good is that we have a kill on Viego. So if Bo is getting kills even with a Viego, I'm happy. I'm always happy with this. Viego is trying to get into this. He's level 6.
He's level 6 hitting up as well.
3-3.
Valparaiso gets stuck. Talia's gonna be able to ult in. Not gonna do very much. Just trying to get in there. Valparaiso refocusing on the Dragon. Talia getting a knockup on Alistar, doing enough damage, but Indiana Tech not really in a good position to try to challenge the Dragon there.
That's the bad thing of... that's the bad news or the bad thing of being in the blue side. Because if we were in the red side right now, if you are playing in the red side, it's more easy to get into a dragon speed.
Absolutely,
so
great point.
This was an advantage for the enemy team. They took it, and it was more difficult for Viego. It's more difficult to get into a dragon speed, but it's the same in the top lane with the Baron, with the Nashor speed. In this case, it will be more easy for us to get into a Nashor for the enemy team.
Right, and Void Grub's Rift. With that being said, Viego backing in the bot lane. Lissandra being able to clear up some vision here. So far, we are at 3 Void Grubs for Indiana Tech, 1 Dragon for Valparaiso. Pretty even on objectives.
Next Boycraft coming in 145, and we are not seeing a lot of action for a moment. I don't know. I would say that this is better for us maybe because we have that Jinx. They have the Kog'Maw. So I don't know who is the team who is getting the most advantage during the pass of the time.
Early on. And be able to allow him to walk out of Alistar's engage easier. Talia getting a good trade on Lissandra mid lane. Lissandra not being able to answer too much based off of his range.
Viego is going to try to do something. No, he is not. He is going to steal farming.
He does have a great farm gap on Wukong currently. Yeah. We should see that gap continue to rise based off of last game.
That's a very good news for our team, for Bo. There is a difference of 20 minions in 10 minutes. That's a lot. That means a lot. That says a lot. From a jungler.
Viego looking mid based off of Lissandra's ult. They're going to be able to just delete her from the map. Like we talked about in draft, Lissandra, an excellent lane to focus on early with her just stun lock ultimate.
Yeah.
Viego then looking for more on Valparaiso's jungle.
And Boycraft's up.
And look for Void Grubs.
Yeah. As you said, we were talking about this during the draft. We talked about that combo, Lissandra's ultimate. Talia is stunned, she cannot move, and Viego is coming with the W and she cannot move. Here in the ball lane, because we have a trade, and I think we are gonna have a dive.
Good night! Kog'Maw being a menace down there, getting some great damage on the Jinx. He's gonna force
Jinx,
her in the back. Wukong's bot, he's gonna look to dive on her. Flash, EQ, ult! But it's not gonna finish. Kog'Maw takes him down, and then he also finishes off the Alistar.
This was a clear play. They didn't see it come. Jinx and Alistar, maybe they should have been thinking about this possibility of getting dived. But I think we are gonna try to dive here, so maybe we are gonna respond. They are TPing in the top lane. We hit the W. Be careful with this, with Lissandra. Talia is coming, W.
Whoa! Great sidestep from Bo.
Great step from Bo. He's still having flash. What a great, as you said, step side. Be careful with this, we are still having flash.
Can continue to go in. Is he gonna finish off Casanti? And she is.
That was very close. Maybe we are gonna kill here, solo kill.
Oh! Raid boss! Absolutely sending Wukong back to base with some crazy amount of damage. You know, I love the look from Bo in the top lane though. They saw that Wukong was bot lane. You know, bot lane Indiana Tech team falling. Okay, how are we gonna respond? Let's try to make a play top. Talia made a great counterplay though with that teleport. Valparaiso is making counterplays as well.
Die? Oof. That was close. And no, Ping is gonna die. Nami is here. That was close, but he's not dying. Ping is still alive with that Alistar. This looks like a chess game. It's crazy because we see action in the bot lane, dive on that Alistar and Jinx. Then we see Viego trying to do the same thing in the top lane. And then we see the TP from Taliyah to the top lane. And then we see another kill in the mid lane from Lissandra against that Wukong. So this is like a chess game. I don't know if this was worth it, but at least we got something. Be careful with this W because Viego is making a lot of damage, and I think we are gonna kill Taliyah, and that was a great move, great catch from our team, and a kill on Jinx. This is gonna be very important for the late game. We are having full plates in the mid lane and all the tower for our team.
Absolutely. We saw Valparaiso be able to take the dragon there, and NECC responding with a pick of their own. They're looking for more right now. Wukong gonna get locked up by the Lissandra, and the Viego stun. Is he gonna be able to get out? He is not!
Great move by Viego. We saw that he was there, and we killed him, and now he's on Wukong. He's still having ultimate. Great move by Alistar, great stun. Taliyah is coming, but I think we should be fine. They are killing Alistar, but I will say that this is worth it for our team because we made that Taliyah come to the bot lane, and we have 4 kills on Viego. 350 gold shutdown. As I said at the start of the game, I love every kill on bot, every kill on that Viego because it's gonna be very, very, very important for the end of the game. Watch out with this because we are having a solo kill in the top lane for Bandit Boy. Oh, God, that was so close. He put the shield on, but he died.
He wasn't able quite enough health to survive that last turret shot.
But another, we could call it, we could name it another solo kill from Bandit Boy. A great move from our NECC Warriors top laner. The Herald is coming up, is respawning right now. And the next dragon, I think, is coming, if I'm not wrong, in 2 minutes and 45 seconds. We have already two of them.
NECC looking to get priority here for this Rift Herald. Bot has rotated to mid now. Taliyah is still bot. Cassante going down to the bot lane to answer her. Meanwhile, Camille is going to have priority in the top lane. NECC should look for a play here in the mid lane.
We are seeing now that it's very
Looks like they're going around, but Valparaiso
they know
does have vision.
Yeah. We now know how important it is to have that macro to farm and to do all of these things because right now we see in the kills score 8-8. They have 8 kills and we had the same 8 kills, but we are ahead for 3k damage, 3k gold, my bad. And that is very important because we have the same kills, but we have more
It looks
gold.
like Taliyah and Wukong are looking to gang up on Bandit Boy. Bandit Boy gonna try to get out of here. He's gonna ult Wukong back into the tower. Great play from Bandit Boy to escape. Meanwhile, Camille teleporting bot lane as well after the play is over. They're just gonna have 3-man bot to take the tower. Meanwhile, NECC answering on the top lane first tier tower. They're gonna look for more into the second tier. Are we just gonna start trading towers here? Bot for top.
Boy's gonna gang here in the mid lane. We are gonna have action in the mid lane against that Kog'Maw, and we are not gonna have action in there.
If we look back to bot lane, it's Camille is solo pushing. It looks like Valparaiso is really pulling their guys back to answer this split push top.
700 gold.
Meanwhile, Viego's on the Rift Herald, clearing it currently because they have priority in top.
We are seeing a lot of trades. We are trading a lot of towers. We are getting now the Herald. So this is gonna be good for NECC Warriors, of course.
I gotta stop saying absolutely. You're right, David. Next up, we see Dragon spawning in the next 30 seconds. Next time I say like absolutely, just like, I don't know, hit me. I gotta stop saying that. With that being said, NECC getting vision priority around Dragon. Valparaiso gonna try to figure out here how they're gonna approach it spawning soon. NECC setting up what looks like to be a cheese.
No, they are not even going to check it. They are leaving the dragon. They know that they cannot fight this dragon. We did well with all of this, with all the vision, and we got the dragon ready to get it, because after this dragon we are gonna get the possibility killing another dragon to get the soul. Camille is backing.
Yeah, Valparaiso sending all of their champions back to answer this split push. Meanwhile, Camille staying top. Relayed Rift Herald looking for more.
Hey.
Oh!
No way!
What a smite from Wukong! Heads up lane, getting into a pick on Alistar.
And Camille is split pushing. I think this was a mistake from our team. As soon as we got that second tier tower,
boom!
Great move by ball, great flash.
Almost losing his shutdown here. Wukong looking for more. He's gonna be able to shut him down. Big play from Valparaiso.
I think we made a mistake here. As soon as we got that tier 2 turret in the bot lane, someone, I'm not saying all of them, but maybe someone should have go back.
We see a full dive on Ice, baby. Is he gonna be able to baby his way out of this? He is not. Valpo getting picks, returning fire on NECC. We are back in a game. We're having traded towers, traded picks. Ladies and gentlemen, what is happening?
We are following the same line than the previous game. A lot of action right now in the mid game, a lot of fights, and we need to play around that Viego. We need Viego in the fights, and we need Viego to get resets, and if we get those resets, it's gonna be a very big chance to win all the team fights.
Viego falling there is what kind of set up that play in the mid lane for them to be able to look for more. With that being said, though, we are ahead on towers. We still have our second mid-tier tower up.
There is no neutral objectives in the map for a moment, so we see all the champs, all the players trying to farm, to clear waves.
Anakin is up. NECC is going to be looking to gain priority on them. They're just going to go ahead and start it.
They have vision.
We're going all in.
They have vision. This is risky. This is very risky. They know it. They know that we are there.
Is NECC going to be able to burst it down in time? Wukong's definitely going to be looking for a steal here. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a smite battle. Alistar looking to engage to peel him back. Alistar getting chunked out. He's going to fall down. Meanwhile, Valparaiso retaining priority. Viego looking to engage on Wukong. He is getting locked up. Cassante locking down on Wukong.
He's on Wukong. Double kill. Another reset.
Double kill on Viego.
He's killing them.
For more with Lasagna's passive. This is what we talked about. Oh my god, they're chunked out though. Is Viego gonna be able to make another play here? Anakin getting reset.
Wow, that was so close. We are very low in our players, and as we were saying, we need resets. You see how important is to get a reset on that Viego. As soon as you get 1, 2, 3 resets on that Viego, it's gonna be almost a win fight. So
I was worried there for a second.
Yeah, because we didn't see
Viego locked up.
We
I
lost
thought
Viego.
he was gonna get deleted.
yeah, we were not seeing like the HP, so we didn't know what was happening to Viego.
Yeah, we did. All we saw is up against a wall, and all of Valparaiso following fire up. Lissandra being able to counteract the engage, and then starting to get her passive off as well was beautiful.
I don't know how that happened because
Oh, we see a Cassante TP bot. Looks like they want to continue to try to get priority here and get Anakin. Meanwhile, Talia's top. She does have TP though. And Dragon's up as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a massive fight coming up here that could decide the rest of this game. 2 objectives up. Indian attack, Valparaiso. What is going to happen next?
Say it. Well said. We are prioritizing now. Talaya is coming.
They're looking to get some poke on Indian attack. Indian attack peeling back well enough. Getting the Anakin down. Pig looking to flash engage on the Camille. He's going to mess up his E-ult. They're going to be able to chuck him out. Bandit Boy coming in to try to help defend. Nami wave. Nami wave. Pig's going to fall again. Rainbow getting some good counter damage. They're focusing on...
No.
No!
Boys is still here. Boys gonna try to steal it. Ooh.
No!
They didn't have the smite. No. I don't know why we are forcing that match the Arakan.
I agree, David. I don't know if I quite agree with Indian Attack's call there to start Anakin.
Under my opinion, I think
Anakin
that
has a lot of HP.
Yeah.
He does a lot of damage. If anything, Dragon's up first. Maybe we potentially get Dragon. It's not going to chunk us out as much and then go for Anakin. At least then we have more potential of getting that Dragon. Indian Attack instead focused on the Anakin first. Also, I think Indian Attack could have pushed bot wave out more to get priority, which would have made Valparaiso try to make a decision whether they're gonna have someone go answer bot lane or just continue to focus, which then allows Indian Attack to make a decision to continue pushing that bot lane split.
you are completely right.
Lots of decisions right there. Oh my goodness.
Very difficult to face that fight, but two things. The Atakan has a lot of damage and is tanking a lot of damage from the champs. But the thing is, they have Talia, a lot of poke, they have Kog'Maw, a lot of range, they have Nami with that ultimate. That is very difficult, and when you are playing an Atakan, in my opinion, I think that you have to be careful with this, with Ping, because they know that he's there.
Alistar getting a knockup, but no one else is going to be there really to follow up.
Yeah, but to end with this Atakan, in my opinion, I think that you have more to lose than to win when you are trying to kill the Atakan. You have to be very careful with this. You can lose a game because of that. So, with that being said, the next dragon is coming in 3 minutes. It's gonna be important because they could get the soul, and like we said, we need to play around that combo Lissandra Viego. We have to play that game.
Looks like Indian Attack is getting priority here for Baron. Let's see how Valparaiso responds. All of Indian Attack's team is here. Camille is bot lane. Cassante does have TP up, so does Lissandra. What are they going to do? They're going to start and force Baron.
This Wukong is very annoying.
This is a split call here. Camille may be able to get the bottom
They know it.
tower and inhib. She's just going to go ahead and bail on it and TP in.
We're turning
It
around.
looks like they're going to be able to engage on Nami. Nami is deleted. They need to continue to follow up. Indian Attack looking for Wukong.
Wukong is down, please.
Close to dying, and
Wukong
he
is
falls
down.
as well. Indian Attack making a huge play.
Great move by Indian Attack. They were smart because they were... Be careful.
Whoa.
The poke... That was crazy. The poke that they have is crazy. When you think that the fight is done, they are still killing each other. This is crazy. But we are TPing on the back. We are making a TP.
Indian Attack's not
Who is that?
finished.
Lissandra is tipping.
It's Valparaiso ready for this. It looks like Camille's gonna engage on the Lissandra. She's gonna have to get out. They might re-engage on her though. She has no more gap close, but stepping up, Viego's able to gap close on Natalia. Oh my goodness.
I didn't expect that tippy. What was that?
It looked like they were gonna try to pincer Valparaiso. However, Valparaiso almost played that well in looking to kill Lissandra, but Talia was caught out alone, and Bo stepped up.
Wukong, please, is coming. Wukong is coming. No, please, no way.
We're gonna have a competition fight here. No! Wukong steals it right under Indiana Tech's noses.
No.
When you just think there's ground being covered. Both of these teams making plays.
What is... I mean, I have no words. We lost the Smite fight again. Sometimes we are winning it. We won it in the previous game with that Elder Dragon. We are losing it now. This has been an intense game. I don't know what is going to happen right now. I really don't know. What we know is that Viego is in 7-1-5. It's our win condition right now.
Indiana Tech looking to get priority and vision here for this next dragon that's coming up. This could be sold for Valparaiso if they steal. They do have Baron, so they're going to be able to gain priority in mid and or bot better than Indiana Tech. How are they going to be able to respond? They're looking for a cheese here based off of their early priority and vision that they have. Valparaiso grouping up based on mid, looking to walk in here together. Bandit Boy being there first. Lissandra throwing an E out, not gonna go through.
We started drawing already.
Whoa! She's gonna go ahead and ult! And Indiana Tech's gonna follow up with Alistar.
Nobody
Bandit Boy's
dies.
getting chunked down. Big up from Alistar. They're gonna be able to... Alistar's gonna fall. Wukong looking in the back line for Bo. Kog'Maw popping off. He's gonna get 1, 2. Talia getting a shutdown. What just happened? What we thought looked like a good play from Indiana Tech just turned out to be crushing blow. They have Baron. Are they gonna push down mid here to end the game? Wukong's at Dragon to get soul.
I think they are gonna try to end. They have the Nashor. No way. 6 seconds to Alistar. 18 for Viego. 16.
I don't
15.
think it's gonna be enough time. Valparaiso looking to go all the way. Ping knocking back Camille. They're getting knockups here. Talia getting low. Ping's gonna fall down, and Valparaiso's gonna close out game 2. What a fight! What? Who would have thought that team fight there? I really wish we had a replay in slow-mo to break that down to see what really happened. We saw Wukong in the back line getting damaged, but then we also saw Bandit Boy starting out and Alistar getting engaged there. It looked like Kog'Maw was just able to continue fire unharmed. I think that's what allowed them to really come out on top of that fight, because at the beginning it looked like a fair game, but then meanwhile Kog'Maw's sitting there shooting his tongue spitballs out, and that damage just started to ram. I'm interested to see what happened to her Jinx. Was Wukong on her? Was she able to peel? You know, with Alistar engaging, that also takes off the ability to help the ADC. That fight as a whole, I think both teams would really look at that, try to dissect what happened, because overall in gold standard, in objectives, you know, it was anyone's fight to win.
Yeah. At some point, I thought that we were winning the fight. I think that Lissandra did a lot of damage at some point, right? I think there was an ability I was not able to see who did it, but we did a lot of damage, and at that point I said, okay, right now Viego is gonna clean the fight, but we didn't even get one reset. We didn't even kill one person from the enemy team. I don't know if it was miscommunication or something, but I didn't see all in from our team. I saw Alistar maybe
point, David.
going, but I saw that Viego was.
Then they pulled out. It was kind of like are we in, are we not in?
I don't know. I am still confused, not gonna lie, because I was trying to look at Viego because he was like in the back lane and trying to find a spot to get inside the fight with that W and try to get a ultimate and get a reset, but he couldn't. I don't know why he didn't find the spot.
I'd be interested where his positioning was at. Meanwhile, how can we lock down the Kog'Maw there? There's a lot of questions both teams are asking themselves right now.
Yeah.
Indiana Tech in particular. Indiana Tech having a great response from last game. This game was a really even overall. Valparaiso just executed that last fight, especially with that Baron. There are mistakes that lead up to that ultimate mistake. It just so happened Bo wasn't able to perform on that smite with priority. That lack of execution ended up costing us the game, because without Baron, they don't have the potential to end there.
Yeah, that was the key. You're completely right.
There's multiple mistakes. Every player needs to look back. But ultimately, how are we going to respond? We're going to game 3. 1-1. Indiana Tech, Valparaiso. Based off of these games, in my opinion, we have some championship teams here. Quarterfinal-esque teams going on. Despite of Valparaiso's current record, I am shocked and I love it, because this is the content. These are the games that I want to watch. This is what you want to watch. This is why we play. And with that being said, we will see you back here for game 3. Who will come out tonight as the victor?
First game 3 of the season. So this is gonna be interesting. See you guys later.
We are back. Valpo, Indiana Tech, 1-1. Battling back and forth. Great first game. Fantastic second game. Neck and neck. It's all led us up to this point, the final round. Ladies and gentlemen, it's getting late. This game was put off to a later time. What we're truly having tested right now is our mentals. This is a battle of attrition. Who is gonna come out on top? Players losing lanes, winning lanes, 1-1. All of this has led to this moment right here, right now.
This is the moment, in my opinion, where the stars have to shine.
Boom! I love that, David.
Anything else to say?
Nothing else to say. With that being said, let's check out the draft.
We have the Syndra game.
Get that Syndra out of here, boy.
Listen, they are banning the same Listen, Galio, and Graves, and we are banning Syndra, Aurora, and Talia. I think that they are first picking again. Why are they first picking the 3 games? Another Wukong. This is so unfair. Why are they first picking? There is a reason for this.
I think we did have first pick.
We did in the second game.
It's Zeri, wasn't it? No, it was first game. Anyway, Valpo getting first pick with the Wukong here. How is Indiana Tech gonna respond? They do have Garagas up. But we're gonna go ahead and lock in Jinx ADC.
It's not bad, it's a standard pick, it's okay. I wanna see something from Indiana Tech now. I want Indiana Tech.
If I'm Indiana Tech right now, I want to see Gragas on
100%
Bandit Boy. However, we gotta figure out here what Indiana Tech has cooking up.
Lilia
in the jungle.
This is the first time that I see Bo with an AP champ, with an AP jungler. The first time in 2 years.
When we
1 year and a half.
We just said we wanted to see something cooked up. I didn't expect Lilia hopping out of the pot. Oh! And they're gonna get the Kog'Maw Emilio pick here. That may be devastating for Indiana Tech, as we talked about in game 2. in the draft, them picking Kog'Maw and Milio is a power bot lane. You can already expect Valparaiso's Wukong to be setting up a tent, setting up a fire, inviting some of his friends and cousins to get this bot lane ahead.
Do you think that we should like try to do something for the early game? Like to try to leave that Kog'Maw out? Like try to bring a setup to get him out, because in the late game he's gonna win it 100% with Emilio. There's no way we win that.
Yeah, I mean, Milio and Kog'Maw, they're just gonna sit down there and try to scale him up. Meanwhile, Wukong, like I just said, is gonna be sitting there.
In this kind of drafts, in this kind of combos, I really think that we need something to get into the back lane. Something, a champ to get into the back lane very easy, as a buy or something like that. Because if we go front to back, the Kog'Maw is gonna kill everyone.
Right, looking
We
for
need
an
someone
assassin pick or
something like that, like a buy to get into the back lane.
Someone to be able to get into the back line.
I love this.
100% agree.
I like-
because Lilia is not much of an assassin.
No,
she
it's
has
not.
a sustained damage. She has a lot of great outplay potential. But right, for her to try to step up, especially with Valpo, if they have a big front line, it might be hard for them to close the gap on this Kog'Maw, especially with Milio. With that being said, we get a strong pick from Raid Boss Ahri. We saw his Ahri on the first game. We've seen him play Ahri in the previous matches in the past weeks. He has been a fantastic laner with the Ahri.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I like these kind of champs, like buy all of these champs, because it's very easy to reach the back lane. You know, and in this kind of games, you need to get into the Kog'Maw as soon as possible. Because if you make the fight very long,
Oh my goodness. And Valparaiso following up with an Azir pick. A huge counter engage ultimate and or engage tool to shove and displace Indiana Tech. Right now, Valpo has cooked up some fire.
we have counter pick in the top lane. So this is gonna be important.
Finalizing with an Orn pick. Good night. Valpo pulling all of their synergy, all of their team composition to make a ideal,
Late game.
terrifying
This is crazy. Like
champ select.
they are bringing
God.
they are bringing a team to make a game of 1 hour or something like that. You know, they are making the typical late game team. And
And we're gonna respond with Garen! Indiana Tech gonna lock in with a Garen pick against the Orn!
I don't know, man. I don't know what to think. I don't know. Right now,
If I had any expectations, those are all gone. Right now, Indiana Tech, Valparaiso, Valpo looking mean and mighty. Indiana Tech looking like they've got something in the back of their head that we don't know about. I don't know what else to say about it.
I really confused about the draft. Like,
But based off of those team cams we just saw, they're excited. You know, I'll feed off of that energy all day.
no,
You know, they're smiling.
They say that they are trusting the process.
They
You
are
know,
trusting the process right now. Look at these boys.
They are trusting. I mean, they're smiling. They are chilling. You know, like I don't know. Like I trust them. Not gonna lie, but
We're just gonna have to find out and see. You know, there's not much else to say
exactly,
about this
exactly,
team
yeah.
composition. Ladies and gentlemen, game 3. Go get some popcorn. Use the bathroom while you can. Text anyone because you've been so locked in on this game you haven't had time to. I understand.
It's
Do
happening.
it right now. Do it right now.
It's happening.
Because we're going in live here in the next few minutes.
oh, guys, we are here in the third game of this amazing day. We had to win this. We had to be brave. We had to be clutch. We had to show them who is the winner, who is the boss.
As David said earlier, this is where the stars shine. So we're about to see the light come through. So far, we have the standard 5-man points of vision from both sides. Playing it slow, as both teams understand the situation. Final game of the series tonight.
Okay.
Right now we see Lilia in the blue side, and I want to see something else in the bot lane. I want to see our bot lane making a difference. I want to see something in here. Bandit Boy making trades in the top lane against that Ornn, and I want to see this Jinx. I want to see Ice Baby as a clutch player for this third game. I'm really afraid about this Milio and about this Komao. What were you saying?
Yeah, just so far, Indian Attack on the bot lane side is getting some good poke out on Milio and Kog'Maw so far. Raid Boss looking to try to get some trades on Azir. Azir's playing well, not taking a lot of damage from trades. Garen pushing Ornn back off of the minion waves.
Aye. Come on, guys. We got this.
Take a look at the junglers that continue to clear.
Charm,
They're
yes.
both starting red at the same time. Very similar clear time.
Gragas pushing that top lane all the way to the turret.
Bandit Boy looking to get some more damage out on Ornn. Ari looking to get damage on Azir. Bot lane. Ooh, King looking for the bubble. It's gonna miss.
This is going to be a very... Are we going to try to dive this? I don't think so, right? Oh.
So far, Bandit Boy having good minion control on the wave here in the top lane.
This is the moment.
Waiting in the top lane.
Dive.
I don't know if I like this from Indian Attack. The turret does so much damage early on.
It's very risky. He's still having flash. Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. We killed.
And they're going to be able to get a kill. First blood onto Garen. Big play. Great execution from Indian Attack. Good golly.
Not gonna lie, I was so scared about
I was too.
this.
But they waited
so
out the stun.
intense.
Oh, Raid Boss looking for a charm there. We're going to get Ornn TP out as well. Wukong hovering the mid lane. He's going to go through with that back.
Same tempo in the junglers for a moment. Very good advantage for that Garen. I come out, so annoying.
King looking to get a bubble. Jinx looking to get the W, missing both skill shots. You hate to see it. Missing opportunities to make plays and trades. Right now, Indian Attack's bot lane needs to regain confidence and get these skill shots going.
Dragon is up already, and in 1 minute, less than 1 minute, we will have the boy crabs. And 100% that we are gonna try to do the boy crabs with this Lilia.
Bandit Boy continuing to keep Ornn off of the minion wave.
The Garen is so annoying, huh? He's so stupid, champ.
He is
But
so
it's very, useful, right? Like
Yeah.
you just press the Q, E, and then you won the trade.
Yeah, and you brought Conqueror off of all of that. Disgusting.
What are we doing here?
Whoa, whoa,
what are
whoa.
we doing here?
Ping looking to keep him from backing, but it bit risky if you ask me.
Oh, Wukong is coming. I'm really afraid about this. Please, Ice Baby, do we have vision?
We do
Come on,
not have
please.
vision. Wukong is in the bot lane looking.
Wukong is coming.
Indiana Tech can tell based off of Kog'Maw and Milio pushing pressure towards them. They're gonna go ahead and back, giving Wukong
We didn't know.
Valparaiso the first dragon. Meanwhile, Lilia topside getting the Void Grubs, trading objectives 1 for 1.
We didn't know that Wukong was there. So we were so lucky. Because we didn't have vision.
Right, but Kog'Maw and Milio started stepping way up past lane. I feel like Indiana Tech bot lane could smell him.
We need to
Smell that
control.
hairy monkey coming in.
It's very important to control that combo. I'm really afraid about this bot lane. We need to control and we need to do something with this. We have a trade here. Dragon for the enemy team and Boycrafts for us. Ari is rotating, so maybe we are gonna try to dive in the ball in the top lane. I think we are gonna try to dive. Or I don't know what Ari is doing. It's gonna be very difficult because
Ornn is starting
Ornn
to get
is
tanky.
very difficult to dive
Yeah.
with that ultimate, and if he's still having flash, it's gonna be tough if we try to do that. But we see Lilia invading. She's being very aggressive. So
She is. She has a great pink
Ultimate.
ultimate on that as well.
Hey.
Ultimate coming out of Ornn. Looks like it's just to clear the wave. He is low on mana here.
he's leaving.
Wukong in his ear, padding up towards mid lane. Wukong's gonna go ahead and back.
I don't know what Lilia is trying to do.
Lilia's just
trying
taking
to invade.
advantage of that pink vision there, saying, okay, I still have the ability to counter jungle here. I don't know where Wukong's at, but clearly not in top side.
Okay.
Looks
We
like
can
he's
go
gonna
with
go
this.
for more.
Whoa, no
Wukong
way.
is right there.
Ari's coming.
Is close to help counter engage that.
No.
Bo is gonna ult on the Wukong to put him asleep. Azir not doing much to follow up either. Good golly. They could have gone bad fast.
They didn't kill us because they didn't want. Because Azir with the ultimate,
I think he could have made a play there.
they didn't kill us because they didn't want.
Good double bubble from Nami in the bot lane. He's gonna follow up. Trusted Jinx, go in, ult. They're gonna do a lot of damage on the Milio, but they're not gonna continue off of that setup.
Emilio has a lot of pill. We need to be more aggressive in the bowling. We need to do something else.
When you get a double bubble,
yeah.
ironically that rhymes so well, but when you get a double bubble and a wave and they're by your tower, I'm looking to continue to damage them all day.
You are completely right, but it's true that we did all the damage that we could. I think that we burned the Jinx ultimate and the Nami's ultimate, but the Emilio is so annoying because he's using the heal, he's using the ultimate,
Right.
he's using the shield, he's using everything, so how can you kill him? How can you kill him? It's crazy.
Valid, very valid point, David.
But it's true, I agree that we need to be more aggressive in this place.
Yes.
We need to do something else.
In the top lane, Bandit Boy is gonna proxy the wave, getting a tier tower as well. Garen looking like a strong pick overall right now.
And as we were saying, this is going to be a very intense game. The players didn't want to make mistakes.
Emilio looking up to clear vision. He's gonna be able to get a bubble
here.
on him, but playing careful as Wukong is bot.
This is all good for a moment because right now Wukong is an early champ who needs, is a
Like we
jungler
said.
who needs to do something.
Like I said in draft, Wukong has a tent set up. His name is embedded in this bot lane, trying to get them ahead at whatever means necessary.
We are having
But Indian Attack
They're gonna
playing
die.
well, not allowing it. With that being said, we have a big 4-man dive here on Indiana Tech in the bot lane. How are Jinx and Nami gonna respond? Bo, meanwhile, taking Void
Rainbows
Grubs.
is coming.
Raid Boss following up.
33.
Is he gonna get there soon enough? Wukong getting a double ultimate. Ping trying to survive, getting a good tidal wave. Raid Boss is there to land the charm. Jinx is gonna get a kill.
Come on,
They're gonna
Jinx.
Follow up on
Let's
the
go,
Million.
Jinx.
They're gonna kill the Million.
Let's go,
as well.
Jinx. This is so worth it.
More.
Another
Jinx
kill.
getting a
Another
double
one.
kill. Looking for a share.
Ah.
This is exactly what we wanted from Icy Ice, baby. Get iced out, my boy.
This was so clutch by Ice Baby and from Rainbows. They are living right now because of Rainbows. Without that rotation, they will die.
They would
That
have
was a
been
4v2.
collapsed, but Ari making a fantastic rotated play. Indiana Tech going back to their roots. This is giving me nostalgia from all the other games I've been able to cast and witness of Indiana Tech. Their communication. I feel like they're clicking again. These past 2 games, I don't feel like they've all been there, but this is the old Indiana Tech team I know and have loved watching and casting.
Exactly, you are completely right. The good thing, Lilia is farming. She's right now already in 1 complete item, so this is something very good for Lilia. And we have that Jinx. This is what we wanted. This is what we wanted. A Jinx in a 2-0-1 with shutdown. This is something very good for Indiana Tech, and that Ari with that rotation. This was clutch. This was a great move by Rainbows. A great help to our bot lane. This could win the game because we got the first 3 kills, so we are getting closer to the boosted boots, to those boots that we always talk, and I think that we lost something, and it's that
And meanwhile,
Gragas
Bo was
kill.
able to get the other 3 Void Grubs. We have 6 Void Grubs. Not only
This
did
was
we get a
an
great
amazing play.
counter
This
play,
was so worth it. Yeah, you're completely right, and we are missing something. And Gragas solo killed that Orm. He is 2-0 right now. So we
You're right,
lost
I didn't even
this
see
play.
that.
We didn't. But meanwhile, Bandit Boy killed the enemy top laner because he was 1-0 because of
we do see an engage from Wukong here on the Ari. Ari's going to be able to ult out and dish out some damage on him as well, as Zero's looking to follow up.
ulti for ulti.
Whoa.
Epa.
Little cheeky back there. Oh,
Come on, Bo. He has a lot of damage.
oh, looking at play. Looking to make a play. Needs to be wary, though, because Azir has the other
First tower here.
rotation.
Great point.
An Indian attack locking in first tower. This Garen is really getting ahead right now. And Bo and them know it, so
Rainbow's
they're
here.
gonna go to
Charm.
make a play around him. Great Charmin ultimate from Bandit Boy! Deleted! This game is completely different. They are playing absolute lockdown.
Second tier tower. So very good rotation by our team, by Ping, by Rainbows. We didn't need them because I think it was only the damage from Rainbows with that charm, and
And then the Garen
the
ultimate.
Garen ultimate has a lot of damage. Huh? It's
It's
crazy.
that true damage, so no matter how tanky Orm
Yeah.
hits, that
It's
is gonna
crazy.
strike.
It's crazy.
Strike him straight through the dome piece.
The next round is coming in 2 minutes, and right now we are in a very good spot. Right now, we could fight everything, and we will win almost every fight if we play it in the right way.
Right, at this point, Indian Attack just needs to continue to hold the lead, make cool, controlled calls. You know, this is how I've seen them play in the past. They've had this lead, and they've continued to execute with these leads. However, Valpo has pulled up plays. Indian Attack isn't used to that. Typically, they have the game by the horns and have continued to make great calls.
Yes, Bo.
Now, with that being said, Lily is looking
Hey,
on
ultimate
Azir.
to the air.
throwing out the ultimate. They don't have wave necessarily to dive Azir. However, Lilia playing in and out with that outplay potential. Valpo responding with the TP. This is giving me flashbacks to game 1 when they responded and got a double.
This is worth
Ornn. Oh, and Indian Tech is going to walk out.
Very
Great
good.
call.
worth it for our team because we burned the...
TP pulling Ornn bot. Now Ori is continuing to shove top for free. But with that being said, Wukong looking to engage on the Nami. Nami's going to have to flash out. And she lives.
Great hold. Right now, I'm confused because Jinx has to have a lot of gold. Because she has the same items than the Mouth, and she has 2 kills. She has to back. She has an item or something, right?
Looks like Bandit Boy gets bot tower. Dreadful.
Ultimate.
Oh,
Yes!
my goodness.
Demacia!
What was that damage? Are you kidding me? Did they buff Garen's damage? I did not expect that to kill at all. And Ornn flashed.
So ridiculous.
Ornn flashed and the ult went through. Indiana Tech having complete vision control here for this dragon that's coming up in 10 seconds.
We were talking...
And they're looking to dive Azir bot lane. Oh my god!
5 people in the bot lane.
Azir, who just came back alive, is just gonna get smited down once again.
Why is both
Indiana Tech drilling it into Valpo's head. You may have got us in the second game and made the first game close, but welcome to the deep trenches of the third game. Are you here to play?
This is being right now a stomp for a moment. We are playing so good. We are playing a very good macro. We are playing with the neutral objectives. We are playing together. This is what we were asking before in the previous game. We need to play together. And Ice Baby with that Jinx, he's so strong right now. He should carry this game. And I mean, what can we say about Garen? What can we say about that Garen? It's crazy.
I don't know.
It seems that Bandit Boy is enjoying this.
Bandit Boy.
Right? With that.
Is that Phantom Dancer I see on Bandit Boy?
The arrow
Going
is
for
alive.
Greaves as well with attack speed.
It's so ridiculous. Like, look at this. Like, he's...
Whoa! We're seeing some plays in the top lane. Kog'Maw looking to deal a lot of damage on the tower. Is he going to be able to finish him? He is! Shut down on Kog'Maw. Ari falls. How is Indiana Tech going to respond?
We need to avoid this. We need to avoid these kills. We need to avoid the combo. We need to try to do something with that. And he's getting now the tower with the shutdown. We have to be careful with this. Right now we are ahead, but if they start getting all the shutdowns, towers, and all this stuff,
Yeah, they're just gonna continue to play slow, allow Bandit Boy to get the split here. Playing to your strong suits, Bandit Boy is continuing to get these towers. However, Valpo's answering with Rift Herald. Is Indiana Tech gonna look here? Oh,
what?
Shooting,
How is that possible?
Shooting the ult, it's gonna go through everyone, and the Emilio cleanses.
Look at this.
The Emilio cleanses everyone. Is Ornn gonna fall? He's gonna get a level up that's gonna save his life. Man, that Emilio pick, especially into Lilia, is gross. Because Lilia was looking to make a big play there, but Emilio just pressed R and all of it's negated.
Yeah. You're completely right.
Anakin just spawned.
Be careful with this, please. We are backing right now. He's in the top side.
Darren took Ignite. He doesn't have TP. I'm interested to see how Indiana Tech is going to play this.
I think that we are gonna get that Garen to split push the whole game. I don't think that we are gonna have a lot of fights with him.
I'm on the same page with you there, David. I don't see why he would leave it. He is so far ahead.
Wukong is coming bot side. Try to do something to Garen. Oh, he's okay.
Right now, for Indian Attack, I would say Garen really put pressure on this bot lane because Anakin is up. They might need to send two to answer this Garen, or he's going to continue to terrorize Ornn and these towers.
Right now, Ornn is way down.
I do not agree with Garen backing here, but he may need to shop. Actually, it's a great back by Garen, excuse me. All of Valparaiso was rotating bot to answer. Indian Attack should be looking in the top side right here. For Anakin.
What are they trying to do here?
They might try to just answer. You know,
I think they're gonna try to do something with
that
Garen.
bad call either.
Looks
like they're actually rotating to go for the Anakin.
Yeah, this is Atakan. We trade this tower for the Atakan.
Looking like a strong force, especially with Rift Herald in the bot lane. Indian Attack getting caught in a split decision. They're going to look to back here. I don't know if it's going to be fast enough. I think this tier 2 is going to fall before they can respond.
I think we want to fight.
Bandit Boy clearing off that Rift Herald pretty quick. However, there is a wave, and it's not going to be enough. Valpo's going to back off. Dragon up in 41 seconds.
You see, this was the moment to get the Atakan. Because right now, you get the Atakan, you get the Guardian Angel, and then you can fight.
Well, wouldn't you say that Valpo continues to push that second tier tower, then maybe even more with the Rift Herald? It's a hard call to say.
Yeah,
with that being said, we do have this Dragon spawning really soon. We're looking for a big team fight here. All 5, ladies and gentlemen, on both sides here. Valpo's looking to pose up for Anakin.
I think that we prioritized the Dragon. But now they are going to the Atakan. They are leading the game right now for the moment. Right now they are leading order. They are deciding earlier than us.
Anakin has a lot of health. It takes a lot of time to clear. I think Indian Attack has a great chance here to make a big play. Ornn setting out ultimate early. I don't understand what he was thinking there. Completely negating a peel. Boom, we see Milio already ulting. Garen getting great amount of damage out. Ornn's gonna fall. Wukong also low. Indian Attack in a great position here. Drake's ulting the Azir. Ulting over. Indian confirm on. Kog'Maw as well. Kog'Maw's gonna fall. Wukong's gonna fall. It's just Milio. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this is going to conclude Game 3 based off of this play.
Clutch play by Raid Boss with that Ari. What did he do? What a great charm. And I think that right now we are going towards the Dragon. So now we are gonna get the Atakan and the Dragon.
Unbelievable execution from Indian Attack in that team fight. Valpo also, what were you doing? You're throwing out Ornn ult and not even all of Indian Attack is there.
You know
what is happening?
Do you know what was the key factor?
Milio ulted like 2 seconds after they were there too.
The most important thing in that fight, it was the Nami's ultimate. Because we didn't have engage. Our draft, our team doesn't have engage. We don't have engage in any of the champs. So we needed a very good ultimate by the Nami. It was a great ultimate, and that opened up our chances to get inside the fight. You know?
It really did. Also, let's look at what we've already learned as a team. Last game, Indian Attack tried to take on Anakin in a very similar situation.
Happened the same, but
now Valpo tried to just do the same.
Yeah.
But Indian Attack responded in the same exact way that Valpo responded last game.
Yeah, it happened the same, but we changed the roles.
It was just changed roles.
Yeah. And
then after we followed up on Anakin, then guess what? We went for Dragon.
Yeah, I said it in the first game. The Atakan is losing more games than that it wins. You know, you lose more games.
It's a big
trying
call.
to do the Atakan.
Anakin takes it's got a lot of health and it deals quite a bit of damage. It's not a dragon.
And it
has almost double the amount of health I almost
would say. All the team is together in the same spot, so it's very easy to engage, to initiate. So look at this, Garen. What is this? Level 17. He's
trying to
3
clear
levels.
wave, but because he knows he can't do enough damage to Garen. Garen being an
Yes, and
absolute mean boy menace. That boy is a bandit. Hype this guy up because
What?
he just
Demacia!
took out Garrett Horn. Demacia! And he gets
He's
the
dying.
inhib.
He's dying, but a split push. This is what we call a split push. And we are getting the Nashor,
Yeah,
and
Ari
Wukong is not able to
great.
come his way
keeping
away.
pressure.
We are having the Nashor. This was very smart from our team. A bit risky because they had vision in the river, but we got the Nashor. Very good news for our team. And right now we are in a very, very good spot to win the game. We are almost 10k gold ahead, above from the enemy team. So right now we are in a very good spot. And right now every fight is gonna be a win-win for our team. Right now, this is a spot where we need to fight because we are very strong right now with items and everything. That Jinx right now is going to make a lot of damage, so we need to play around that Jinx and to make a space.
Right now, we see Garen going in the top lane, continuing to look for the split push. All of Indiana Tech's team is grouping around mid and bot, continuing to get priority here. They have vision in the jungle, looking for opportunities to make plays. Bot lane inhibitor down. Ari continuing to push that up with Baron buff. Wukong in the top lane. It looks like they're gonna try to make a play. No, never mind. Wukong's backing off. Lilia might run into him. Looks like he's not going to. Meanwhile, Ari continuing to apply pressure bot. We have a great macro split here.
Yes.
Indiana Tech just needs to continue to utilize Baron buff. Getting pressure in all of these lanes. Valpo's gonna have to make a choice who they're gonna engage on and where.
And we have the Baron, so this is gonna make
Bandit Boy doing disgusting amounts of damage. Orn flashing out.
that champ is fucking ridiculous. It's crazy.
Whoa! Lilia looking to ult Milio, counter ulting that. Whoa! Where's the top lane?
No!
No! We see Wukong again. Oh!
Demacia!
Able to go 1-for-1 in a 2v1. Big play from Bandit Boy. Meanwhile, Raid Boss continuing pressure in the bot lane. The rest of Indiana Tech pushing down the charm.
Come on, baby!
Almost finalized.
Boys killing top lane.
Meanwhile, doing a side quest, taking out an NPC Orn that this guy is for this game. No offense, bud.
We are gonna end the game. I think we are gonna try to end the game. And we don't have Garen in the team right now, but we have the Baron Nashor, so I think this is gonna be a win for our team.
Indiana Tech looking to close out here. It's just a matter of what play's gonna happen.
He's coming.
Godwall looking to step up, flashing up, trying to be a hero complex, not getting anything but his own dust. And Indiana Tech is the champion, ladies and gentlemen, of Game 3. You saw it clear cut in the first game. Indiana Tech responds to adversity. They come out the winner. Valpo coming back second game, ending up winning a game off of a team fight, mis-executed. But like I said, we got into the dark, deep trenches of Game 3.
Yeah.
It's late. People are tired. Mental, focus, fortitude, dissipating. Indiana Tech, though, clearly cut as the champions of this series tonight.
What did you say at the start of the game? In this moment, who is shining? The stars are gonna shine. The
For
stars
any
are
other
gonna
team
shine.
out there, if your eyes aren't on Indiana Tech right now, you gotta be blind or looking at something that ain't right. I don't know what else to tell you, because this team, not only are they responding to adversity, they are adapting team compositions, and they are closing out 3 games all the way through.
What a great game. That was a stomp. We got them. So I love this game. I love League of Legends. I love these guys. And I love the Demacia Garen. The Garen. it's f***ing ridiculous.
We question that. We question the pick.
Why
of
Garen?
Garen.
We were saying
They
that was
played
our bad.
around it perfectly.
It's our fault in that one. We were saying, why Garen? Why are we picking Garen? Why Lilia? Why don't we pick Gragas? Why are we ignoring Gragas? Garen.
I thought with Valpo's team composition and the way that they were playing together as a team, we're gonna be able to close this, have a really big fighting chance. But Indiana Tech didn't give them any ground at all.
It's crazy. Like, I really had no words. Like, the Garen, I'm sorry because I'm talking too much about this Garen, but it's like he won the game split pushing. He was only in one lane. I think that Garen only touched 2 lanes, top lane and bot lane, and we won the game. Just split pushing, but we played so good. We did a storm because we got all the towers, we got all the high inhibitors, and we got everything. We got the Nashor, we got the dragons, we got everything. This was a perfect game. And after this, we are gonna have a break, and after this, we are gonna have an interview to one of the players. So don't leave the stream, stay tuned, and we will be right back for that interview. Welcome back, guys. We are here with our support, with our warrior Pink. Welcome, Pink. Tell us about the game. How do you see it? How do you feel this series of 3 games? Tell us a bit about the game.
I mean, so we played them in GLEC and they gave us a pretty good run. I'd say the games today were very fun to play, very good. I think we had a little bit of a misdraft in the first and second game, which made it close. And that third game, we drafted correct and we kind of ran away with it. So
yeah, we were talking about that here, about the drafts and everything. But you recover from that, you overcame that situation, and that's very good for you guys. I want you to tell us about the team. How do you see the team in general? You know, as a compact team to win things in this season.
So I definitely think we're a very well-rounded winning team. Comp-wise, I think we're very we want to control the game. So when we drafted the first game, it was more like we were kind of poking with Karma and like poking before we started fighting. So that's why we're not really used to that style. So because I usually play like rail or hard engaged, like Nautilus, and so I mean, yeah.
Trying out different compositions. I want a little bit of insight, Ping, on your guys' comms from first, second game, and third game. You know, things that you guys may have struggled with. You know, what were your guys' responses to the struggles? And then how were you game planning to come out as winners?
So the first game, I would say we knew we were behind, but I think we always had the mentality, we're going to come back, we're going to win, we can win this game, it's 100% winnable. So I'd say that first game, our mentality was winning. We knew we had an opening somewhere, we just had to find it. And the second game, I would say, so we realized that we had some draft issues, so we just did the best we could, and it didn't work out in our favor. And the third game, like I said, we drafted correct, and we're like, yeah, let's get this home, let's go, it's getting late, send them home. And that's what we did in game 3. We went to business and got the job done. So
even in that game 2, you know, going into it, you're saying that based off of the draft, you were already hesitant on how this game was going to go out.
I mean, yeah, for me personally in the bot lane, the Enchanter matchup is harder in the late game, I'd say. The Cogmouth with Enchanter is very strong, and Alistar is very good, but it's harder to get to. It was harder to get to the Cogmouth that game, and I think that's what we struggled with. So we realized, let's match the Enchanter pick. I know I'm confident that I'm better than him, so I matched the pick, and like we had that very successful dive, and my ADC just took the game with that.
Let's go.
And one last question. We always like to bring some funny questions, right?
Right. So, do you have any fun questions?
Yeah, I have one.
Let's go.
I have one for today. So I know, and we know that you love to play support, but if you are able to play another position, what will you choose?
I'd probably either choose ADC or top lane. Top
Okay.
lane because I just play Garen top. It's too easy. If I played ADC, it was the first role. I first started playing ADC when I first started playing the game, and I enjoyed it. I loved Ezreal. So
And I want you to tell me a champion.
a champion, if I would play
If you were playing, for example, ADC, what would you choose?
ADC, Ezreal, easy. I love Ezreal.
That's brave, huh? That's very brave to play Ezreal.
Absolutely, Ping. Do you have any other comments that you want to say to the other teams out there or to Valparaiso? Kind of closing comments. We want to know what Indiana Tech feels like after tonight.
I think overall it was like a little wake up call. I think because we got some stuff to work on. We're gonna work on, but going into the WAC and everything, I mean, we're the Empire. No one's stopping us, and Empire always strikes back. And I'm just gonna say it's gonna be a cinema. So just make sure everyone's watching.
You heard it here, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude our night. Ping, thank you so much for answering those questions, taking the time. You have been an astounding player overall, pivotal in the team's success, vision, communicating, all of those things all across the board. Thank you to all of our viewers. This is just the beginning. As Ping just mentioned, the Empire. We've seen it here first. Tonight, we faced adversity. We overcame that. Now, we look forward to what's next, and I cannot wait.
For the next week.
With that being said, we appreciate your support. Continue to check in, reach out, follow, subscribe, donate, whatever you want to do. And we will be back with the greatest League of Legends esports team in this league. You heard it here first. Have a great night.
Let's go, guys.